Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob, and today we are going to be continuing the Let's Play for Reavers 1999. Alright, back into the trenches, maggots! The mustard gas awaits. God, I should not be making a joke like that. For a World War I setting? Oh god. I'm actually, oh god, actually, are they gonna actually at some point do it? Are they gonna introduce mustard gas? World War I is known for a lot of things, and none of them are pretty. It was a very big field of experimental modern warfare, and a lot of shit from it got banned. Until World War II happened, and then even more shit got banned afterwards. Anyway, hi everybody. Good god. So then, time to continue with our trench warfare and to see how this chapter is gonna continue. I'm definitely curious how they're gonna be continuing with this whole thing. We do know at this point that Manos is obviously doing something in the background. Our dear French gargoyle is doing something as well. And yeah, I don't know. And now we have the 12th here as well with Kraos, so yeah, I don't know. So far, I'm just curious when it comes to the plot of this thing. I'm just curious how they're gonna bring everything together and what's gonna be the big takeaway from this chapter that is gonna pretty much dictate the rest of the chapter. Oh, sorry, the rest of the arc, right? Because this is the beginning of a new story arc, so this is the introduction, and what an introduction it is. But yeah, I'm wondering what the big part of it is gonna be later down the line, and how much and what Manos is gonna be doing here, outside of doing their usual shtick and agenda, right? But yeah, I'm very curious about that. But outside of that, the atmosphere is very on point. The characters are very interesting, and especially their interactions and everything. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this is gonna keep on going. One thing I did notice, by the way, just as a complete sideline here, the tutorials that were popping up for like this special combat mechanics here in this chapter, the shield stuff and everything, I did notice one thing, or rather we've seen it in a previous episode. The tutorials were popping up with like Manos enemies, soldiers specifically, that you are fighting. However, so far I have not fought any Manos outside of normal soldiers and boxes. And this stage, for example, was the one with the boxes, right? Which is normal. So outside of recording for the Let's Play, I obviously did the stage on the higher difficulty, and I noticed something interesting, because on the higher difficulty you're not fighting the boxes here, you're fighting actual Manos Vindictae riflemen, which is very interesting. So I'm gonna leave it for now, and I'm gonna read whatever is written on them when we actually get to fight them on normal story stages, which I presume is gonna come later down the line. But I just find it very funny that the enemies that you're fighting here on the early stages change almost completely. Well, definitely completely. I mean, one is a box, one is a one is a person. But yeah, very interesting. I do wonder what the rest is gonna be like. But yeah. So far, chapter is pretty interesting. Also, a complete side note, on a previous episode, because I was wrapping up recording, because 45 minutes after I wrapped up the recording, I had to squeeze in to get some food, make fresh coffee, and then begin streaming right afterwards. So completely in that time frame of wrapping up the episode, I forgot to do the thing to watch that. What was that? A trailer, or are they? No, they're actually calling it an opening, from what I'm looking at, and I have it now loaded up on a different monitor, so I'm looking at it, and I don't forget it by the end of this recording today. But yeah, I forgot to watch and react to the opening, I guess, for the animated series that they're doing for Reavers, which I'm very curious about, and judging by the thumbnail, it doesn't look very serious. But I'm all for it. Look, Arcanists had its little a couple of actually YouTube short series that they were posting, one of them being Lee's Detective Agency, which was honestly pretty great, a pretty great watch, a very small series with, what was it, like 10 or 11 episodes that were like 5 to 7 minutes long, which I'm kind of presuming this is gonna be the same thing. I don't suppose this is gonna be a series of like 15 to 20 or even longer episodes. This doesn't look like it's gonna be a series, like a full-fledged anime series or something like that. That would require probably a different art style that is much closer to the character style. But anyway, looks fun, and I have it loaded up on the other monitor, so I don't forget to watch it by the end of this part. Anyway, back on topic. Last episode I also asked you guys about one thing, which was if there is a unanimous name for the conch voice this time around again, because the last chapter had the veteran, for example, and now we have a lady. And from what I saw from the comments, apparently people are kind of on a toss-up between either calling her a auntie or the widow, or widow for short, I guess. And you know what? Honestly, both kind of fit by the voice demeanor and everything. But I would say, at least just in my opinion and my feeling for this chapter and the setting of the war, I think widow probably fits better, right? I mean, you know, a woman lost someone in the war and sounding bitter kind of fits probably better for the setting. So I don't know. For now, if I'm probably gonna be referring to her, I'm probably gonna be calling her a widow. So I hope everybody doesn't mind that. Don't feel like I'm hammering down that name. I'm just using what I feel is right. But I was just curious to hear if there is any kind of unanimous thing that people call this new character by. But I'm looking forward to hearing more of her. She definitely sounds the part of a widow. Oh, good God. But the other thing that I was kind of surprised about in the last episode came from the little interaction between Kraus and Marsha. Because at the beginning, because Kraus was sending out his subordinate essentially to keep a lookout at Marsha and everything, and because they look so much similar, I thought really they were family or something, but apparently they don't know each other, so I'm kind of curious what this is gonna turn into. But on the previous episode, one of you left a very interesting comment about purely a theory and nothing obviously specific, but the person who left the theory is Kashi Harsha 55, who said, "My theory about why Kraus is so concerned about Marsha is that she's a duplicate like Duncan or Tuesday. She looks just like a family member that he lost to the storm, and that's why he's had Yermolai keep tabs on her. It explains their uncanny resemblance and also explains why Kraus would care so much about someone from the current era." Honestly, yeah, that theory sounds pretty solid if that's gonna turn out to be the case later down the line somewhere, if we're gonna learn about this or not. But definitely a solid theory. I kind of had a very similar mindset as well, that the two of them could be maybe family member. I mean, I already speculated on them being family members. I still speculate on them being some form of family. They might just not know about each other. I mean, despite the fact that this is obviously not anime, this is still conforming to the whole anime design style, right? If two characters look really alike, there has to be some kind of like family thing. However, I did see in the comments as well, I think it's especially to your comment here in the replies, that it could also be a thing of that Kraus sees Marsha as a potential candidate for the 12. So could also be that he's just keeping tabs on her to keep her safe or something like that. So that's also a pretty valid theory to the whole shtick. But yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely curious, and that theory, both of those theories sound pretty solid. Could be that both are completely in the right, and she's both a family member that got jumbled up by the storm, and obviously will not know who this guy is, or and on top of it, it's also someone he wants to recruit to his team. Could be. Both could be the case. But anyway, Kashiharsha, thank you very much for that very interesting theory. Alright, with that said, time to, like I said at the beginning, time to go back into the trenches. Let's see, we stopped on 7, so let's see what awaits. Under the Whale. The bullet spares neither the kind nor cruel, all are caught in the same tragic fate. Yep. Back to narration.
In the first 3 months, I had no idea who I was fighting, or what lay on the other side of the trenches. It was as if there were a black wall standing between us and our enemy. They could attack at any time. I can't sleep. I don't want to die. I don't want to see their faces. I don't want to know what our enemy looks like. And worst of all, I don't know why.
Yeah, seeing your enemy up close in a situation like this, just... In a war, essentially, just seeing your enemy, especially in modern days now that... God, it's so shitty to say it this way, but yeah, in modern days, soldiers are just used to pretty much kill their target from a distance. You don't have this personal contact to see the person right in front of you die. Which, honestly, every time this topic comes up, I'm always like reminded of, God, that must have been such a weird thing in the past, like in old wars where, you know, you were just meleeing each other to death, essentially, in what other way. So you're essentially right in front of the person who is having their life extinguished. You're literally looking into their eyes as they're just dying. But in modern days, we're just doing it from a distance, and these days it's even less personal because of all the drone warfare and shit like that. So, good God. The human part in war is slowly, for a lack of a better way to put it, slowly dying out. Anyway, tangent over. By the time Charon returns to the trenches, the most recent bombardment has already ended. The trench can never really be called calm, but the rattle of machine guns and the crack of rifles slow and fade into the background. Also, just kind of hit me every time Charon has this. Also, this is one way to stop to stop reading right now, as marching is happening in the background. Anyway, every time Charon is talking, it looks like it's a sunset or a low layer of clouds or just mist over probably like a fire or something burning in the background, the orange glow, or maybe just a setting sun. Could also be mustard gas. I was partially making a joke in the beginning, but it literally just could be chemical warfare on the screen while he's talking. Good God. Anyway. The shelling hasn't changed much. A few new craters? Oh, craters. A few new craters to replace the old ones.
Ach so. You're back, mailman. Tell us, where did you take little Franz?
He lies beneath stone, in a silent wood, and marches no more.
Eddie grunts out a reply. He's standing in Franz's boots, freshly shined.
Huh. I bet Herr Wille you'd take the opportunity to keep walking and never come back. Lucky me.
Where is he?
He's dead. I guess you'll call me Herr Hauptmann now.
Oh, really? Really? Oh god, it's been a couple of days between recording. That's the blonde guy, right? Eddie casts his eyes to a new crater decorating their trench.
Caught a shell. Just like that.
Eddie's face pales and then runs flush red, throbbing veins straining out along his forehead.
Lucky me. And lucky him. That Schweinhund.
He rushes to Charon.
Stirbt. Und wem soll ich jetzt meinen verdammten Sold geben? Warum bist du überhaupt zurückgekommen? Wir haben schon genug Geister in diesem verdammten Schützengraben.
Jesus, okay, he went full German, he's pissed. He died and now who do I pay up to? Why do you even bother coming back? We have enough ghosts in this goddamn trench. Erich pulls Charon up and tosses him against the trench wall.
Du schlendest hier einfach durch und holst unsere Brüder. Du begräbst sie. Warum? Warum darfst du zurückkehren? Und sie bleiben tot. Willst du uns verhöhnen?
Jesus Christ. You waltz through here whenever you like just to take away our brothers. You bury them. Why? Why do you get to return and they stay dead? Are you mocking us? Charon slumps but does not fall, making no effort to fight against Erich's strength.
Der Tod verspottet nicht. Und er kann auch nicht aufhören, zurückzukehren. Er ist ebenso machtlos wie jeder andere Soldat, seinen Dienst zu erfüllen.
Death does not mock. True. Nor can it stop its return. It is as helpless as any other soldier to do his duty. Actually, I'm being reminded right now, the people here don't know that he's an awakened, right? Because he's always covering his face. That's gonna happen at some point, right? Where they're gonna discover that he's an awakened.
Welches Schicksal uns erwartet, bleibt verborgen. Sein verschlungener Pfad zeigt sich erst, wenn wir ihn betreten. Niemand wählt die Stunde, in der der Tod ihn findet.
What fate lies ahead of us is unknown. Its winding path cannot be seen until we step through it. None choose the hour when death finds us.
Scheiße.
A curse, flat and empty, and just like that, the fire and fury are gone from him. Soldiers walk by, look away, and continue their work. 100 pairs of eyes, and each of them numb to the chaotic scene.
I just want to keep myself in one piece when my time comes. Better make sure I look good for my funeral, right? Now, off you go.
Sir, there's movement coming from no man's land.
The spotter interrupts their standoff, handing Erich a trench periscope.
What?
Oh? Erich grabs the scope and crouches.
That's just 2 soldiers. Could it be a trench raid?
Maybe? Crouches up to a nearby parapet? Parapet.
I don't think so, Herr Hauptmann. Why would they go over the top in broad daylight? Look, they're waving their arms.
Huh? What are they doing? Wait. Their hands are wrapped in bandages.
Yeah, they're injured, but, we can't... I mean, they're obviously hiding so no one shoots them. I wonder if this is gonna be Manus characters now.
Is that a problem?
Erika returns the periscope to the spotter.
Keep your eye on them, soldier. I think I know what's going on.
The living walk over dead men's ground.
Deserters, I'll bet. I heard some soldiers used to shoot their own palms so they could be sent back to the rear. But they reward that kind of cowardice with bullets nowadays.
Do they come seeking death or life?
Okay, I know what they're doing then, yeah. They're essentially... They're not just deserters, they're essentially seeking to be probably taken in as prisoners of war. Because under war doctrine, a prisoner of war is obviously not gonna be... not gonna be shot, they're pretty much gonna be thrown into a prison, essentially. And if the other side is just shooting on sight, if you're deserting or pretending you're injured and trying to go back, or injuring yourself, yeah. This is a better option than anything else.
With all the officers keeping their heads low, maybe they decided they don't want to do the punishing themselves. Just kick these poor bastards out of the trench and tell them to walk till they drop.
Old and new memories intertwine in Charon's mind, forming an incomplete but certain thought.
They do not march to us as warriors, but as broken men.
You're right. Pass it down the line. Does anyone here speak French?
Oui, a little. I took some French back in school.
Schnell, say something.
Ja, Herr Hauptmann.
The spotter presses his head against the sandbags, trying to project his voice through the firing slit.
Là-bas!
Oh?
Lâchez vos... armes et... venez ici! Nous...
What the fuck? Did someone just kill him?
Verdammt, who the hell shot him?
Okay. Voices carry from around the trench line. Oh no, never mind. This guy's still around. I couldn't remember his name. Major Brown. Right. The Major's face is ashen and stiff.
I killed him.
Rudolph stammers on out the words, lying propped up against the sandbag, wisps of grey smoke lingering out from his shaking rifle. His glasses are thick as a church window, and still he is the best marksman in the company. Damn, buddy.
The other bastard's still standing. Are you blind?
But, Herr Major, he surrendered. He dropped his weapon.
It's a trap, you idiot. They have a bomb or some kind of infectious disease.
Yeah, this guy is definitely marked by war. He is absolutely paranoid.
Do you want to keep him, soldier? You going to share your rations with him?
Herr Major, we're supposed to accept all prisoners. There are camps to send them to, or even the safe zone.
He pulls his pistol and points it at the marksman's chest.
That was an order, soldier. You are to shoot that foreign devil, or I'll send you out to test if their snipers are as spineless as you are.
I...
Major,
Rasping voices ripple down the trench as bodies make way for a figure moving like a charge in slow motion. Major Brown turns toward the sound.
Charon, what took you so long? Don't you know I could have you shot for dereliction of duty?
punish the guilty then. But the man that stands alone is innocent. Spare him.
The statement is stunning in its sharpness. Defiance is not a trait Major Brown has come to expect from him.
You are not entitled to challenge my authority, Sergeant.
His war is over. His blood should not water these fields.
Feigling!
Major Brown strides forward in a single step, boots thudding against the trenches. Yeah, the trenches' wooden planks.
You're just like those foreigners, poisoning the hearts of our youth with feckless sentimentality. Your weakness, this fatalism, is a plague spreading through our ranks. That man over there is a threat to our fatherland, yet you plead for his life.
A single unblinking stare sweeps over the gathered soldiers, cowing each man into silence.
I won't let this cowardice ruin our nation. We will keep fighting until no man alive stands against us. Only through their blood and our tireless sacrifice will we grow fearless and retrieve the glory of our birthright.
There is no glory for the dead, Eberhard. Only suffering, guilt, and regret for those that remain. No courage is found in the blood of the innocent. Only stains that can never be washed out.
Unsinn!
I remember you. Major Braun, my old friend, would never say these things. What lies were whispered in your ears by Manus Vindicte?
Shut up! That's slander! Who told you that?
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, this guy would be a perfect Manus candidate, wouldn't he? Yeah, Buddy here is being manipulated, isn't he?
I do not slander you, Herr Major.
Explain yourself! Explain all of this!
The man roars, and for a second time, Charon is slammed against the trench wall.
Lügen! Manus vindicte! Was soll das heißen?
These are not your eyes.
Antworter!
Yikes! But this man's fire does not temper, it bursts. Charon reacts too slowly to evade the pistol as it is smashed across his head. That's why there was a clank. A sharp clank. Is this gonna reveal his face now? Major Brown's eyes are fixed on the pistol in his hand. Anger replaced with shock. Charon, now wounded, raises his hand to meet his bowed head. Beneath the curtain, something seems to crack.
Raise your head, Sergeant.
Eberhard,
Do not call me that. I am your superior officer. Verdammt, obey my orders.
it should not have been this way.
He raises his head. The movement is heavy and labored. A hollow and foreboding presence seems to fill the trench around them.
God.
Oh, animation.
This is not a sight fit for the living, Eberhard. But perhaps you must be reminded.
No, your face! Cover it now!
Do you remember the fear as bombs exploded by our sides? The pain when our brothers moaned out their last breaths? Have you forgotten? Or have you only hardened your heart?
This war is... Sacrifice is necessary for a nation to make progress. Every soldier who has died for the fatherland should feel honored for their sacrifice. You should have been honored, Paul.
Jetzt sprechen wir nicht von Opfer. Der Tod ist keine Ehre. Er kennt kein Ritual, keine Tugend. Er ist Leere und nichts. Der Krieg hat uns den Tod zu sehr zur Gewohnheit gemacht. Du, Eberhard, du hast den Respekt vor dem Leben verloren. Ganz gleich wie dieser Krieg endet. Wir haben bereits verloren.
Ich bin dein Vorgesetzter. Du willst mich töten? Dann tu es.
Der Tod wird dich nicht retten, mein Freund. Ich hoffe, dass du dich selbst retten kannst.
Holy shit. Holy. Charon. Calm down. Okay, just for the people who are only listening. Where do we begin? Jesus Christ. Do you remember from Charon? I think yeah. No, your face covered now. Do you remember the fear as bombs exploded by our sides? The pain when our brothers moaned out their last breaths? Have you forgotten, or have you only hardened your heart? Okay. Yeah, the two of them know each other for a long while. Then back to the Major. This war is... Sacrifice is necessary for a nation to make progress. Every soldier who has died for the fatherland should feel honored for their sacrifice. You should have been honored, pal. Yeah, this is the giveaway line, right? You should have been honored. Paul. Paul being probably his real name before... See, this would be way more interesting if Charon... For people who are playing this, obviously, like... how to best put it? Who are playing it like... chapter by chapter, right, as things are going out. This is one of those characters that would have been interesting if they would have made him playable after the chapter. or in the chapter afterwards in general, right? Because then you can play into this whole shtick of not knowing his face and everything, and it would build up because he's playable, so it's very easy to figure out how he looks and what they're reacting to, and what he is specifically as well. But yeah, so yeah, he fell probably on the same battlefield that the two of them were on, so him as in old Charon, Paul, and Major Brown. But Brown survived, and I guess Paul died and became an awakened in the process? Or maybe Charon is amalgamation of the dead or something. Anyway, we do not speak of sacrifice now. Death is not honor, death knows no ceremony, it holds no virtues, it is emptiness and void. You have become so numb to death that you laugh as it walks amongst us. It is so close to you that you have mistaken it for life, Ebenhard. There is nothing to be gained from this war that will pay for what we have already lost. You want me dead, then kill me, do it. Death will not save you, old friend, I want you to save yourself. Jesus Christ. Alright, anyway, the other soldiers huddle to the side. Major Brown collapses to the ground, his eyes swirl and then go blank, looking up and nowhere at the same time. His face is bone white and stiff as a corpse. Charon kneels over him and closes his eyes, a motion all too familiar to those watching. Did he actually die?
Scheiße. What the hell just happened?
Rudolph peeks out from the crowd, managing a question both timid and brave.
Is Major Brown dead? Charon, you didn't...
Honestly, the biggest twist here would be that the Major was dead the entire time. And just because of Charon, he was kinda alive for some reason.
Did you?
Charon stands, deliberately facing away from the crowd, replacing his mask and hood with careful precision.
He will live. We will leave here together.
Okay, so he's still alive. Just in shock.
You have command, Erich. Make the right choices. I don't want you to see what lies beneath. Please, look away.
Words bulge at the edge of Erich's lips, but he swallows them back. All others stand stunned and silent as Charon departs with Mayor Brown in tow.
All right. Someone grab that deserter. I'll search him. Show's over. Move it, soldiers. That poor sap is still waiting. Ausführung.
Well, this was a tense scene. This was really a tense scene, okay. Ooh. What do we have? Alright, we have Conch and we have the Sandbox. Let's see about the Conch first.
Look at these boys. They left home with puffed chests and confident smiles on their faces.
Also, this Conch is called A Mother's Rage.
Thinking they'd go to the front, pull a few triggers, kill a few enemies, and come back as heroes. But when their feet hit the soil, they turned pacifist, it seems, wounding their own hands rather than their enemies. Their mothers should have begged them to stay, not waved their handkerchiefs to see them off.
Interesting. Interesting choices. They made a misjudgment, they had no choice. Okay, I kinda wanna hear how she's gonna react to both of these. They made a misjudgment.
Ha. Misjudgment. Quite a convenient excuse. Soldiers follow orders. Officers give them. Higher-ups make them. Parents send their children off to die. And not one of them will bear the weight of their misjudgments. Only the dead must answer. Look there. At the lifeless body laid flat in the mud. He couldn't even muster the courage to flee. So he bribed a fellow soldier, a man he barely knew, with 3 cigarettes to surrender with him. He died. killed in a moment of pure, senseless hatred. And the other lived, saved by a flicker of mercy. Where should his mother aim her grief? At the officer who changed his mind just a moment too late? Ha! The officer will be pardoned. They'll say he, too, was a victim of this endless, miserable cycle of hatred. So tell me, please tell me, to whom this rage should go, and I will take this kitchen knife and plunge it into their heart.
Damn. Okay, again, they're definitely nailing it with the atmosphere and everything. Okay, I want to hear how she reacts to the other response.
Their mothers should have begged them to stay, not waved their handkerchiefs to see them off.
They had no choice.
Really? You think death is the only option? What could possibly be the point in that? Don't tell me you believe there's glory in dying on the battlefield. The thought makes me sick. Look there. At the lifeless body laid flat in the mud.
Okay, now it continues. Okay. Definitely pretty much the same type of response on both of on both of these answers. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Strategic Sandbox is updated as well. Oh, okay. Let's go from left to right then. What do we have here? Rory. Leno swiped my rations again. You still had food worth stealing. That's impressive. I was saving that on purpose. Now what am I supposed to do? Don't worry, we'll get another supply drop in a couple of days. You haven't heard? Our logistic depot got hit. No more resupply. Then let's go steal Leonard's food. Yeah? Yeah? Sounds about right. Okay, so let's see. First, Major Brown. That was an order, soldier. You are to shoot that foreign devil. 2 enemy deserters approaching their trench have raised the tension in the line to a fever pitch. Though the men agreed that they should let them in, Major Brown rages, insisting their surrender is a ruse. He orders a soldier to open fire on them, eventually raising his pistol to aim at his own men. Charon makes his appearance with near moments to spare before there is further bloodshed, though when his effort to sway the Major fails, he's forced to reveal his face, spreading a strange mist that fills the man nearby with terror. His mechanic, essentially. When the mist dissipates, Major Brown lies on the ground unconscious. Though... Oh, right, so that's what he basically did to the Major. Right. Okay. Though the remaining deserter is brought to safety, the spectacle ends on a somber and bitter note. Okay. And what about you, Charon? I don't want you to see what lies beneath. Please look away. Charon returns to the trenches. On watch, another soldier spots 2 deserters from the enemy's side approaching. Charon suggests letting them in, reasoning that they do not wish to fight. However, Major Brown suspects a trap and orders them shot. He's on the verge of madness, even threatening his own men. In desperation, Charon releases something called terror from within himself, and Major Brown collapses. Yeah, I mean, he was made by war itself. Okay, what's this note? 2 deserting soldiers flee towards the other side's trenches. Their commander, lost in a red haze of madness, orders them gunned down. Charon steps in to hold the slaughter. Okay, that's all? Alright, and what's the dispatch? Oh, Lapera. To Lieutenant Lapera, Xeno HQ has received your field request. However, due to the current instability on the Western Front and your prior record, we are unable to approve it. As circumstances allow, we will assign you to a future mission. In the meantime, you are ordered to take care of those circumstances. Okay. They used to fall over themselves to send me out, and now they won't even let me leave? What the hell are those Xeno pencil pushers thinking? Damn it, Father and Mulder are still out there, and they've left me behind. No matter what, I have to find them and get some answers. What else am I supposed to do? Interesting. Right, I guess at this point, Boulder is not yet fully back, right? I think at least. At least that's how it feels like. Or maybe she is and they haven't told Opera yet. Okay, Death of the Young. Okay, this is in a bunker. Oh yeah, this is definitely the bunker now. Let's see. Death of the Young. Both life and death are equally insignificant. Oh, this background.
So much power. We'll find glory on the battlefield. No man can stop us as long as we stick together.
That's the Major talking to Charon before shit went down.
Come on, let's join the war and prove ourselves to Herr Mühlenberger. Think how proud your parents will be. Their son, a war hero. Eberhard!
Holy shit!
Verdammt! Wer Dietrich? He and Becker are dead. Grab that gun. We need to go. Move! Do you think we'll win, Paul?
I don't know, mein Freund. I think I just want to go home.
Dietrich, Bertke, and Elven. What did they die for if we just give up? Hang in there, Paul. The only way to make their sacrifice count is to win. We promised we'd go home together. Paul! Paul!
Oh boy. And then Paul comes back as Charon.
The past is in the past. You can't change anything by letting yourself be overcome by sorrow. Don't forget that victory is the only thing that matters, and we can give it to you.
Oh, I was about to say, who the hell is this? And I think I'm spotting the Manos hands around his face. Okay.
Give it to me.
I'll make you a true hero. One without fear or hesitation.
Smoke and blood fade into the distance. Eberhard lies on a wooden board dragged by some unseen force. He swallows air like a drowning man, and immediately the foul stench of decay fills his lungs. The dragging stops.
You're awake.
Paul?
But the man behind the mask says nothing. He only offers a hand.
My head hurts.
Eberhard struggles to adjust to his surroundings, taking a long time to find focus.
Where are you taking me?
He's taking you to the graveyard. Yeah, I thought this is the bunker, this is the graveyard. This is the graveyard on a hill where Charon is burying all the dead and everything. I think he's taking him here to make him realize the true consequences of this war. All the dead people. Very interesting then. Okay, I don't know yet how to interpret that scene earlier. Obviously the beginning is Eberhard and Paul essentially together on the front lines, and Paul dies. Then we hop to Manus. I guess the Manus part is from current time, where Manus made contact with Eberhard to, I guess, recruit him. Because it felt at the beginning like, is that back in the past? Is Manus bringing Paul back in the form of Eberhard, maybe? In the form of Eberhard, in the form of Charon? But I don't think that's the case. I think I really will have to look into Or rather, I hope the chapter is gonna explain how Paul comes back from the dead. And if it's even Paul himself. Unless it's just like a amalgamation of different people who have died and have turned all into a single awakened.
Mompe, the Foundation may have some cure for the spell you have fallen under.
No. No.
Still dazed after the ordeal, he can only mutter in denial. He looks around, searching for something to brace against, eventually finding the ground. He takes off his hat and scratches at his straw-like golden hair.
God in Himmel. What did I do?
Oh? Are you back to your senses? He still can't find his breath, each gasp of air only making the choking sensation worse.
That deserter. I ordered Rudolph to pull the trigger, but I was the one who killed him.
I mean, technically speaking, yeah, you ordered a kill. The supporter could have said no, but that's not how military doctrine works, sadly. When your superior says shoot, you shoot. You don't question it.
The other lives. Eri saw to that.
He wasn't the only one. So many have died. And I was the one that sent them to their death.
Eberhard lowers his head, holding his gaze at a small patch of soil beneath him. Charon watches him, adjusting his dark cloak.
Do you remember, Paul? There was a poem. Like Goethe... No, Schiller, maybe. Ah, those days at school feel like a fairy tale now. Herr Mühlenberger asked you and Dietrich to write it out on the blackboard. You two didn't even know where to start. I remember I thought he was going to snap you both in two. Just a few months later, we were here. Dietrich died that very first day. Do you remember how we cried that night? We thought it would be the saddest day of our lives. We ran out of tears before anything else.
Oof.
Mir ist kalt, Paul.
Die Angst kehrt zurück. Halte sie fest. Sie wird dich wärmen.
A fear-long absence is growing inside you again. Hold on to it, you'll warm up. Eberhard clenches his teeth and braces himself.
This is the place you found, isn't it? Where Franz was buried.
He lies below us.
There are so many graves. But I am still alive. Why, Paul? Why am I not lying among them?
The living speak of luck. The rest are silent.
The answer doesn't satisfy him, but the lone survivor cannot find a new question. After a long silence, he speaks again. Yeah, now that he's clear of mind again, he is probably gonna go through Survivor's Guild, isn't he?
I wish I could forget it all now. If I didn't know what happened, I wouldn't... No. No, it's not right for me to ask that.
Yeah, no, don't forget it. Don't forget it. That would be the stupid thing here to forget. Keep it in mind.
But I'm still alive. Is there anything I can do for them?
That isn't a question for the dead. I can't tell you what to do. Eberhard.
The way this sentence went kind of flew over my head for a brief moment. But I'm still alive. Is there anything I can do for them? That also, his name continuously is Paul right now instead of Charon. That isn't a question for the dead. I can't tell you what to do, Eberhard. Pretty much he acknowledging his own death. Eberhard reaches into his coat pocket but finds it empty. He stifles a helpless grunt. He stifles a helpless grunt.
You mentioned Manus Vindicte.
You remember?
What about the Foundation? You talked to them too, right? Do you really think they can stop this war?
Well, they were trying, but they were going a bit too pacifist on it.
They pursue peace, but it cannot be found by their efforts alone.
True. He turns from the hill to the woods, through the thicket, and further lies the town of Montpa. Eberhard closes his eyes and waits for his thoughts to settle.
Come on. Let's go see Montpa again.
Montpa. Keep always forgetting how to say that name. Montpa. Oh, back in the Foundation.
I was about to pay a visit to Herr Mühlenberger when someone from Army Command said the Colonel wanted to see me.
Oh, Eberhard? Over our radio? Okay.
I was taken to a meeting room with many other officers. I recognized them. I knew many had just been promoted like me.
Oh, he's talking to someone in Montpa about Manus Vindicte, and either they're listening to a recording here or they are listening to a live broadcast.
Colonel Hirschfelder showed up to give us a speech. Yeah. The same colonel who was assassinated after the parley. The time has come when our nation calls for heroes, he said. With our foremost goal to create a prosperous new world for our children. We have fought valiantly, and now the war turns in our favor. We stand but one step away from total victory, yet it is at this very moment that our soldiers have lost their courage. They waste their time looting every barn, cellar, and shed in search of treasure, and drink to numb their fears, delaying our operations. Their greed and cowardice have spread through our army like a malignant tumor. Fortunately, we have found a cure. An organization that believes in the promise of our victory has provided us with an extraordinary development.
And that would be Manus Vindicte, huh? Oh boy.
That's all I remember. I don't have a mind for technology, but it just washed the fear off me.
They gave them some technology?
Thinking about it now, we must have been like lab rats to them. As soon as they finished their ritual, we became so sure of our victory that we began yelling and singing as one. We were just fresh-faced boys again, thirsty for a war we'd forgotten.
A mental boost, probably some mind manipulation going on there, and something else in the mix. Something that, pretty much something that eliminates, because he was not afraid anymore, something that eliminates their fear and makes them just aggressive. The hiss of static echoes through the spacious room, then fades.
I think that's enough for now. That was a recording from a German major we encountered in Montpa. I intend to submit a report with full details, including his entire statement and an explanation for our inquiries.
The head of the frontline investigation quiets, awaiting further instructions from the decision-makers at the rear.
Manus Vindicta is moving quicker than any of us could have imagined.
I mean, yeah, they have Arcana back now. They have their leadership back. Completely back. They are very focused again.
But none of this makes sense.
Pedra has returned from the front, still shaken from the assassination attempt.
If they came to this era at the same time as we did, how could they have already infiltrated the military higher-ups in such a short time?
We've already theorized that Arcana may now possess the power to rewrite history, which means going forward, any records from history as we once knew it will be unreliable for estimating their strengths.
Yeah, I mean, if she really has that power, that would make it very easy on... easier at least on Manus. Because they can mix themselves into the whole thing before they're physically even there. Ugh. That is very nasty. Pedra falls into heavy silence.
Pedra, what were the other representatives' opinions concerning Manus Vindicta?
They all denied its existence.
I see. It seems as though we're left with no other option but to change policies.
No, we can't resort to such radical measures.
The Dove's representative states his position in advance.
The Foundation risks alienating any potential allies if we act too aggressively now. This war will not be the end of our fight. We will need to rely on their cooperation in the future, and that requires trust and a sense of security.
On the subject of governments, I have some news to report.
Kraos' voice resurfaces in the conference hall.
A man of the Interfactional Committee paid a secret visit to Moppe, hoping to obtain intel about the Manus.
A secret visit?
As a fellow politician, Pedra immediately grasps the true intent behind their visit.
What did they say? Do they intend to use our intel against the heads of their army command?
You've guessed it. If their government manages to rein in the army, it'll be much easier to reach a ceasefire.
Oh, he's talking about the old small round guy, right? The blonde dude that appeared at the end when I was wrapping up filming last time. Right.
But if anyone were to find out, we might be accused of interfering in their internal affairs. Have you considered that, Kraos?
Officially, the Foundation never made any contact with their government. All I did was have a candid conversation with a man about my concerns for his people.
He stresses one key detail.
At any rate, they haven't any reason to expose their cooperation with us.
There are simply too many uncertainties to consider.
The politician, accustomed to checks and balances, catches the implication of a factional dispute.
History will only be restored to its rightful track if the peaceful factions on each side can rise to power and stop this war. This has been our goal from the beginning. It doesn't matter which era we end up in. We always benefit from a political climate that is friendly to the Foundation. That's undeniable. What do you think, Pedra?
He removes his glasses and rubs his eyes.
I might be able to persuade some of the other committee members to support this proposal. If we're certain of this course of action, then we'll have to provide intel to those seeking peace, in all governments involved.
Good. No faction should put their own goals above those of the Foundation's. We'll need more to verify that Major's statement. Send investigators to search other regions and report everything they see. Kraos, continue your investigation. Follow every possible lead.
Understood. We'll dig up whatever they have buried.
Okay, interesting. spies and intel gathering and politicians trying to do their bullshit. Curious, curious, curious. Alright, what got updated in the sandbox? Let's see. Oh boy, that's a lot of stuff. Alright, Charon. I can't tell you what to do, Eberhard. Literally the sentence I was highlighting. Paul and Eberhard were classmates before joining the army together, friends before they were comrades. They supported one another through the horrors of battle and shared each other's sorrow as their friends fell around them. Their connection only grew stronger. After waking from his terror, Eberhard loses the last of his strength. As the past comes flooding back in that moment, he forgets his pride as an officer and reaches out to Paul with desperate hands. But the figure he reaches for isn't fully Paul anymore. Charon has lost the ability to see what lies ahead for those who survive, and he has no power to change the course of fate. Still, he chooses to stay with his friend, holding on to hope that even such a small act might shift the direction of the war. That is a statement, alright, holy shit. Oh, we're also finally now on the 21st. So all of the last segments, or specifically the cutscene where he knocked him out, was on the 20th. Okay. Kraus will dig up whatever they have buried. After hearing what Eberhard revealed in Montpa, Kraus contacts the higher-ups at the Foundation. The verified signs of Manos' involvement in military affairs lead him to report the secret visit made to him by the head of the Interfactional Committee. He pushes the leadership to move forward with the suggested plan for launching renewed peace talks. However, in order to truly persuade the decision-makers, his squad needs to secure more concrete evidence than Eberhard's words alone. Okay. Foundation. Eberhard's recorded words following his recovery become a key piece of evidence, revealing how deeply Manus Vindictae has embedded itself within military structures over time. Given the shifted timeline, the group's unusually swift mobilization hints at possible interference from Arcana, whose resurrection may be affecting this era. In an effort to turn the situation around, Kraus informs Foundation's higher-ups about the secret visit by a representative from the Interfaction Committee. If they can use this connection to expose how military leaders have been cooperating with Manus Vindictae and present that information to a pacifist government, it could give peace negotiations a much-needed boost. However, they must first secure stronger evidence to support their claims. Okay, yeah. And what do we have here then? The node. Amidst silent graves, the Major slowly returns to himself. His recovery leads him to Montpa, where he shares vital intelligence with the Foundation. Yes. Excerpt from Utu Frontline Special Issue. Ooh. A Utu Frontline Special Issue? There's an unspoken cause of death for officers on the battlefield, killed by their own men. There are many reasons. If morale is low, some troops may turn their anger on the brass. Deserters get caught and lash out to survive. Far too often, an officer barks out a seemingly suicidal order and his men turn their guns on him instead. Yeah, that was an occurrence that would happen from time to time. Dispatch from Laplace. The Foundation has recently acquired a batch of arcane items via trade, but due to a lack of proper communication, the delivered items failed to meet expectations. We have relocated these items to Laplace in order to enhance their effects. Given the time constraints, we'll send additional support staff to assist. Early delivery is desired. 2 strange machinery experts. Strange machinery expert. Sure. I can only express remorse that this situation occurred, rather than excoriating the merchant. I can't help but think this is a result of Foundation bureaucracy. Back to the main issue, portable Arcanum blocking equipment, though tough and durable. A tricky challenge, but I can add some fun ideas. Like a 3-button control panel and a top hatch on the helmet that opens to release a pair of doves. Please no. X. No. I mean, honestly, X would probably be the best thing to put on the battlefield. He would just either kill everybody in a very obscure way, or he would produce something that would just confuse people so much, the entire tension would just be lost and everybody would just turn away and go back to their place. Oh, God. Okay, what's next? Paths crossed. Back to a battle stage, huh? In the middle of the night? That's our gargoyle. That's Sentinel. Who's she talking to? Whispers of movement lost beneath the clamor of calamity. Okay. Depths of the forest. Night falls and creatures stir. Not far away, there is another shadow hiding in the forest. Under the cover of night, perhaps he would be taken for a withered tree trunk. But gargoyles belong to the night. They recognize one another with ease in the dimness.
Un homme est proclamé coupable, et pour cela condamné à mort, privé même de la justice d'un procès. Son exécution est survenue telle en vent, le réduisant au silence avant qu'il ait pu prononcer un mot de repentir.
Okay, hi, random French guy. A man is proclaimed guilty and for this he is condemned to death, denied even the justice of a trial. His execution came as a wind, silencing him, he might utter a word of repentance.
Et c'est cela que tu appelles la justice?
This thou wouldst call righteousness?
Leave me be, Ladislas.
Ladislas. Okay, so he's basically berating her on the actions she took. She shrugs the heavy question off.
Hast thou reflected on thine actions? Meeting eye for eye and tooth for tooth. Is it justice or vengeance still?
Okay, you're getting a full-on model. Judging by the collar, you are definitely a priest. And maybe judging by the hands, you might be a gargoyle yourself? Okay.
Do you think so little of me, that I would call it justice, even were it not so? Blame me then, cousin. Damn and condemn me. I care not.
Okay, yeah, he's definitely a gargoyle.
Never would I damn thee, cousin. For it is thy soul for which I am most concerned. I fear it doth wither with every act of malice. Hark and listen well. Dost thou forget the nature of our unholy ancestry? We are the kin of demons. 1,000 years hence, and their malevolence yet floweth thickened in our veins. And their whispers pricketh still our ears in the silence.
The way this guy talks. The way this guy talks. This old Shakespearean English.
Then answer me this question, dear cousin. You stand before the scales of a balance. On one pan, the lives of 10 men. And on the other, 100. If you had the power to shift its weight to save the many, would you?
A question that is heavy-laced with blasphemies. Hast thou already bent thine ear to the devil's lies?
Answer me, cousin. Elsewise, there is nothing more that needs to be said.
Basically, she's putting the old trolley problem. Do you kill the one guy on the one track, or do you kill the 5 people on the other track? Pull the lever now. I pull the lever to the left, kill the one guy, put it in reverse, switch the track, get the other 5. Sorry. Anyway. Ladislas furrows his brow and lowers his head, lips motioning the words of a prayer.
Silence? Are you truly so naive? The scales are laying far heavier for those in the throes of war. Yet you have not even the courage to answer a simple question. I'm afraid you have mistaken your weakness for virtue. Go back to the monastery, Ladislas. This is war. Red in tooth and claw. And your heart proves too quick to kindle.
Ladislas vanishes into the dark with a sigh, his form melting into the night. The gargoyle soldier leans against a tree for a brief rest. In the crook of its branches, she begins to slowly
You are again
turn to stone.
thoughts, it seems.
A voice rings in her ears. It speaks without a source coming from neither place nor person.
'Twas not a battle, I thought.
Our cousin is more learned than either of we two, but he lacks in courage compared to thee, most daring of us all.
Who is she talking to? Who is this now?
I do not deny his learnedness. But there are neither letters nor prose that might aid my mission.
Thou burnest too short a wick, and the flames of perdition rise to meet thee. I fear for thee, Marie, that thou go forth to a battle that will consume thee, whether in defeat or in triumph.
Oh, so her real name is Marie. That's a very pretty name.
Marcel, Antoine, and Yvonne. They once promised to return as thou didst. Yet they fell all the same, each after the last. Yvonne was taken before she had even tasted battle.
Let remorse consume me if it must. But God willing, I will see the end of this war first. Ere then, the fear of regret will not stay me. Not now. And perhaps, on that day when peace finally comes, he will return to us.
The voice vanishes in the night's breeze. She would not hear it again this night. Who are you talking to? She shakes off the scales of stone and resumes the march toward her next mouse? Toward the next lead. Interesting. I mean, I'm presuming the person she was talking to is someone... Why is the map in reverse? Anyway, the person she's talking to is someone who has died, but is she actually talking to them? Is the real question, or is she just imagining that she's hearing a voice? Like a very own form of PTSD. Okay, where are we? Paravian lays out a local strategic map over the table. Kreos picks up a handful of bullets, placing the first on Monpa.
Major Brown was able to recall some of the locations that may have been used by the Manus. His coordinates aren't what anyone would call precise, so he'd best start searching ASAP. Chester, you'll take the forest. Casper will be expecting you on the edge.
One bullet stands upright on a spot marked forest. Okay. Also, I get it, we are looking from below the map.
Camilla, Lee, you'll search from here and move along the river.
We'll get it done, sir.
Each new order is marked by another round placed upright on the table.
Charles, Amanda, you're on Hill 299. You'll need to cross no man's land to get there. Make sure you establish your identity with both sides in advance to avoid friendly fire.
Understood.
The crowded room empties order by order, bullet by bullet until only the last round remains.
Paravian.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you have a model.
I want you on this village. Take Marsha with you. She's a skilled combatant as well as a medic. You can count on each other.
Yes, sir.
Paravian exits, leaving one person remaining without orders. The young soldier locks eyes with her superior, an unspoken relief written on her face.
So,
yay!
Does that mean I'll remain on standby in Montpay?
Oh, that's your name, Mirel. Right. Okay, so she was part of his Kreos' squad the entire time. All right.
Yes. I need someone coordinating the defense of this town should the Manus attack.
Oh.
Relief turns into dread. Abandoned village.
Is this it?
What did he say again? Someone to coordinate the defense of the town should Malus attack, right? You don't know what's worse. Fuck's sake. Alright, anyway.
I believe so. Let's get on with it.
The village around them still carries the sight of lush wilderness and gentle fields, a place of abundance and safety once.
Watch my 6.
The two draw weapons and enter from the side. The investigators are not stopped in any way, and if they hadn't been instructed to do so, they would have just treated this place as another forgotten remnant of better days.
This place is empty. It's heartbreaking to see it so quiet.
We're ahead of schedule. Let's start by checking the houses one by one.
Good. Find anything?
Only some letters I can't read. I guess they didn't have time to post them before they left.
There were some small arms in the basement. All of them older models and rusty. The ammo was damp.
Marsha holds her gaze on an empty warehouse.
This place had to have been looted more than a few times. The only valuables left are the ones too heavy to move.
So basically there's nothing here. What do the Manis want it for?
She shakes her head in frustration.
I was rushed through the investigator training before being sent to Montpellier. It's possible I missed something.
The young man tries to console her, but his smile is stiff.
Don't worry, you're doing fine. Mr. Creyas always says training is no match for experience.
Mr. Creyas. Also very interesting, so he did get a unique facial model which looks pretty detailed, but they didn't give him a full-on Live 2D model? Okay.
Blackbird is a prime example. I mean, Meryl. You met her back in Montpellier. She's been through all the training the Foundation could throw at her, but she still isn't ready for the battlefield. I probably shouldn't say, but she nearly went mental during the Antarctic operation.
Uh-huh. I mean, can you blame her? Considering she stared right into the abyss during that whole thing. Holy shit. There was some Lovecraftian nonsense going on there. I think it would be a good excuse if someone would have gone absolutely mental during that operation.
The battlefield is crueler than ordinary people can imagine. A few weeks of military training just isn't enough.
Paravian follows the topic and broaches a question he's long been holding back.
So, what's your deal? I know you came from some order with special arcane training. You can freeze your fear and pain, emotional stuff during battle until you feel safe. I only skimmed through the briefing. Is that right?
It's more complicated than that. But I'm not sure I'd like to get into it now.
Oh, that's very interesting. Huh. She can kinda stop herself through some kind of weird ritual, arcane, or maybe a bloodline thing? Or maybe just mental fortitude? I mean, mental fortitude would make sense, but okay. The way he's painting it, it almost sounds like she's using some form of arcane enchantment, essentially, to stop herself from from feeling any kind of fear. Interesting.
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
No need to apologize. Just... do you think we missed anything?
Well, let's take a minute. What could they even possibly hide here? Arms? Chemical weapons? Secret files? Or gear smuggled back from the future?
Huh. Oh? Oh, there's a camp there with a fresh fire. Hi.
I don't know much about Manus and Dictate or the future.
Yikes! There's a sudden ear-splitting pop followed by a thundering explosion as rocks spatter across her armor.
Incoming!
Armored vehicle, 200 meters northwest of the village. Take cover!
But that's a problem. That's a tank, apparently. Okay, what are you fighting? Oh yeah, the Crusher. Okay, now we're finally finding Manus, huh? Manus Vindicte Rifleman, a soldier sworn to follow the Guiding One. Beneath the mask, an oath is repeated. I lay down my life to pave a path to a brighter future. Alright, buddy. Taken by storm? Trench defense? Relentless firepower. Okay. And this is also Rifleman. The Crusher! An armored vehicle hidden for an ambush. As it trundles forward, it unleashes a dark foreboding, its guns packed with the seeds of countless tragedies. Emergency resupply? Assault barrage? Breach the front line! Very nice. Okay, time to shoot a tank.
There is no turning back.
Or, well, our armored vehicle.
My sight target locks
Oh
down.
shit! I forgot. I keep forgetting that I'm doing some stuff outside of the stream. Oh no, auto mode.
Now is the time for repentance. The enemies of peace shall be stamped out. Now is the time for repentance.
Did the car just honk? Ow.
Sacred charge.
The armor's too thick. We need a higher caliber.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave that unedited in because that was scary. I thought the game crashed. That was a hiccup.
You retreat. At least one of us needs to make it back to report this. On my signal. You run, I'll cover you.
The deafening gunshot.
Incoming!
The enemies of peace shall be stamped out. Now is the time for repentance.
Wait, that wasn't enemy fire.
Oh, he's helping. And he shredded the shield from the thing.
There's a breach in the armor. See? It's slowing down.
This may be our only chance, Marsha.
Okay. Okay, I'm all for it. I'm absolutely all for it. Time to go all out.
I shall unveil the hidden.
I will remember your names.
Атакуйте фланги.
A shot hit.
Okay, the guy doesn't get his shield back at least, so that's fine. Well, in that case, time for Miss Gargoyle to
Let me handle the pain.
end this bullshit.
I shall unveil the hidden.
Don't worry. I'll avoid delivering any lethal injuries.
Le glas funèbre sonne pour toi.
Now that's artillery.
Your tactical skill is obvious.
Shut up, Igor. You're gonna be relevant in the next chapter, probably. Unless you suddenly appear in this chapter somewhere. But I'm starting to doubt that at this point. Let's see, a new conch.
I'm afraid I only have turnip stew to serve you. I will add a few sausage scraps to your bowl, however.
Thank you! The last turnip stew.
Here. Now go. It's best you leave before another battle breaks out.
Okay. Already? It tastes a little bland. Okay, I'm not gonna complain about the food. Already.
Is there something else you want from me?
A hug?
You know what? Since you're so fond of visiting, take the chair you're sitting on.
What?
Even through the coldest winters, that chair was spared the fire. Perhaps it was meant for you. Right. Since you insist on staying, I will go to the market and see what I can find.
Sorry. It's so funny to read through the lines. Like the meaning behind the lines. I really think that the term widow fits very well to this woman. A woman that has been wronged by war and is bitter. But on the first sign of companionship, she's pretty much pushing back, right? And trying to shoo the person away. But at the same time is trying to keep the person there. And, you know, just have someone around herself. Because companionship and everything. Very... both sorta morbidly funny and very sad at the same time. Anyway.
Sit here for a while longer if you like. Prepare for a lifelong stay, even.
Literally what I said.
With any luck, this place will become your grave by the time the next farce ends.
Oh, thank you for that that ending to your conversation here. Thanks, ma'am. Jeez. Okay, what's in the sandbox? Oh boy, we have a lot of stuff. Alright, well, we started with the gargoyles, so let's see. Sentinel. And perhaps on the way, on the day when peace finally comes, you will return to us? Yeah, I do wonder what that is about. Under the cover of the night, the soldier called Sentinel walks into a forest where her fellow gargoyles await. Ladislas, a male gargoyle, worries about her recent crime and fears she's falling into darkness. After a tense conversation, Sentinel enters a petrified state to rest. A soft voice reaches her ears. In this dreamlike state, she speaks with an unseen person. Her voice then turns soft and gentle. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I definitely feel like that is a person who has died. I mean, all the text indicating you will return to us and stuff like that is kind of indicating that it's a person who has died in a war or something. Okay. 12 Squad. Beagle, Paravian, and Marsha from the 12 arrive at the abandoned village to carry out their search mission. Combing through the area, they engage in a conversation about their fellow squad members and touch on parts of Marsha's past. The mood stays heavy throughout their exchange. Just when they are about to conclude their fruitless search, they are ambushed by an armored vehicle. Right. Then the node, guided by this information, Marsha and 12th Squad's Beagle scout an abandoned village only to find themselves caught in an ambush from an armored vehicle. Yeah, same thing. Manus Army. Manus Vindictae has clearly formed its own army and is now fully prepared for combat. While 12 Squad members, Beagle and Marsha, are investigating the abandoned village, an armored vehicle carrying a group of Manus soldiers launches an ambush on them. A conflict is about to break out. Yeah, this is also very interesting, because up until now, Manus didn't really have an army. Like, they did get people for their side and everything. They had cult members. They had normal civilians that were cult members, but now they have actual soldiers, so this is kind of turning very, very serious. They are pretty much becoming like a fighting force at this point. Okay, Kraus. I need someone coordinating the defense of this town should the Manus attack. Thank you for that sentence. Following up on the intel provided by Eberhard, Kraus orders his squad to begin sweeping these specified locations. Among them, an abandoned village is marked as a key target, and Beagle, Paravian, and Marsha are assigned to investigate it. Meanwhile, Blackbird Merel is tasked with holding the rear and Montpas, positioned to intercept any sudden attacks that Manus might attempt. An unspoken question lingers on Kraus' mind. Is Merel a trustworthy squad mate, or is she still unready to stand on her own? Yeah, he's basically testing her to see how she would fare with the whole thing. Or rather, how she would fare in live combat, because he obviously needs soldiers who are capable of that. Alright, dispatch from Laplace. The arcane items under development must be simple in form and easy to use. To prevent the machinery expert from inserting his trademark eccentricities into the final product, we need a professional to oversee the design and ensure timely delivery. To tech expert. So you are... I find it funny that they have to assign a different nerd to keep a lookout on the other nerd. That's very funny. All right, John Titor. Oh God, no, not again. The following is a full translated response from John Titor via IDM 5100. Fuck's sake. The fact that you have to translate his language. This is a simple task. It's no harder than developing IDM 5100. The only concern is that this wearable device wasn't supposed to be invented until 1920. Our results might carry additional risk. If Laplace has fully assessed that and found no issues, I'll accept the task. Huh, something that wasn't invented until the 1920s? I wonder. What did they make for them? I guess we'll see. The only thing I can think of would be like a mobile or like walkie-talkies or a mobile radio, like essentially something like that. Because that the communication is invaluable on a battlefield, so maybe? Because I can't remember, I don't think that existed in World War I yet. Like short-form radio. That was definitely a thing in World War II, because by then the technology existed. So maybe that's the thing that they are developing for them? We'll see. Anyway, Devil's Work. Okay, we're over in the village. Oh, that's there's Sentinel, and she's facing off with someone. And there are Marsha and Paravian. Okay, well, let's see. Sounds both gentle and harsh, the whispering wind and rustling grass. Thick, acrid smoke billows from the wreckage of the armored vehicle. Marsha braces herself on a pile of debris, all at once letting herself feel the sharp tearing.
It's over. Someone helped us.
The sharp tearing pain in her shoulder. Okay, maybe the guy who was sniping the vehicle was not the dude that was looking over Marsha, but was Sentinel, maybe? Or maybe it was the guy, and that's who Sentinel is kind of facing off with right now over there. Anyway.
Paravian, are you alright?
She looks across the road. Just ahead, the young man is pinned under a heavy beam.
Stay put, Marsha. You're bleeding.
You are probably as well.
I can get myself out.
Paravian strains with all his strength, but can't move the timber an inch.
We're all clear. Let me help you.
Don't fuss over me. It's just a bit of wood. You need to stay put. Your head and shoulder are bleeding.
What? Am I hurt?
Marsha staggers to her feet.
I'm feeling faint.
Oh, you definitely have a concussion. She reaches for the top of her head.
Seems you're right. I'm bleeding profusely from several wounds. That's what I get for suppressing all my pain. So, just a little shrapnel. Nothing too serious.
Treat your wounds first, Marsha.
Understood.
Okay. She leans back on a pile of fallen bricks, her head swaying until it slumps.
I'll be alright. I just need a little rest.
Oh, someone's marching. Who is it? Sentinel? Her gaze lifts up to a pair of boots. Then the sizable barrel of an anti-tank rifle. It is her. She looks up.
You, again.
She struggles to her feet.
Sit.
Her legs buckle, leaving her braced up against the debris.
You saved us. Thank you.
What brought you here?
Collecting intel on Manus Vindictae.
Have you no reckoning on the danger in this place?
Marsha shakes her head.
Imbecile. You might well have breathed your last in that battle.
Let go!
Huh?
Who the hell? Yeah, who the hell is that? Sentinel turns, spotting a figure emerging from the armored vehicle's smoking shell.
Let me go! You're gonna get me killed!
At his feet lies a wounded soldier in the same black uniform.
No! Sterling, please!
Sterling? Rip. The wounded man cries are cut short. Sterling turns two manic bloodshot eyes toward the advancing sniper.
Fuck!
Okay, Sterling? A bullet strikes the gargoyle clean through her abdomen, but it draws no blood. Instead, chips of stony debris fall out from the wound.
What the hell? You goddamn monster!
The man's eyes go wider until still as he turns to flee. She does not give chase. She walks to Paravian and lifts the beam from his body. Damn, you're strong!
Thanks. Who are you? Are you with the Foundation?
Not yet. Soon. TM. The young man finds his answer in her grim and stony face.
Stay here and tend to your comrade. I will tend to our enemies.
Damn! Windmill Plain. Also Sterling. That is a name that is triggering something in my memory, but I don't know. I don't know if it's from this game or if it's from another game. That is kind of like a game that keeps on repeating in certain game circles. That is a very, very used name.
Are we the only ones left? Where's Colton? Dead! Now get the lead out and run! She's coming at us! She's coming! Shoot her, Huygens! Shoot her! I can't see her. Where are we running?
Guys, you're running away from a sniper in an open field. You guys are so cooked.
Look! There's an old mill ahead. We'll regroup there to intercept her. Keep running, you idiot! I see her now. She's there. Die!
If you see a sniper, you're absolutely fucked. Yep, there we go.
You idiot! My hand!
Oh, the blood splatters on the top left and right. Ah! An old windmill lies just ahead, refuge in his panicked mind.
For the wicked flee, and I pursueth.
Another bullet strikes her shoulder and glances off in another spray of stone.
Why won't you die, you devil?
You're shooting stone.
A devil, you call me?
Oh shit, this is a scene.
What are you, then?
What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground.
You who discord between nations and plot schemes for the undoing of man. Who then is your master?
She steps closer.
For if you do the devil's work, are you not a devil like me? J'ai pitié de vous. Repent and you may yet find mercy in the judgment of the Lord.
And now art thou cursed from the earth.
What the hell do you want? Back off!
Sterling, isn't it? You need not fear me. You still have time.
Which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Repent and you may yet be saved. Speak.
What are you talking about? What do you want from me?
Holy shit.
Tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
Holy shit, is he actually praying? The soldier tumbles to the ground. As he scrambles, he launches into a desperate prayer.
Answer me. For what purpose does Manus Vindicte drive the world to war and ruin?
Mother of Resurrection. The guiding one.
The prayer follows a pattern she knows by heart, yet the name he speaks is strange.
Please have mercy on your humble servant. I pray for a miracle, a ladder into your eternal kingdom. I hereby offer my life to you. Please save me from desperation and take me to the golden era.
Great, she's literally a god.
A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
Rip. He saves the last bullet for himself. Oh. Oh.
A blasphemer. To the end.
Oh? Marsha and Paravian. Yeah, she can take the bullets, but only for so long. It's still chipping away at her body. Okay. Okay, yeah. I mean, Arcana becoming basically a god, that's, I guess, normal. Oh boy. Well, this is definitely raising the stakes, isn't it? She went from a leader that the Manus followers would blindly follow to godhood now, to be seen as a god by the others. Yikes! 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 Sandbox, what do you have for me? Let's see. Okay, Marsha, I guess this is gonna be Sterling. Let's see about Marsha first. Marsha, wait, Sentinel. Marsha survives the surprise attack launched by Manus Vindicte, but the shock and blood loss leave her struggling to stay conscious. Once she manages to steady herself, she attempts to follow Sentinel. What she finds is a desperate soldier from Manus with no way out, preparing to end his own life, and not far from him, Sentinel lies wounded, her stony body scarred with multiple gunshots. Okay. Node. The Sentinel's timely intervention destroyed the enemy vehicle. Yet in the chaos, enemy soldiers slip away, sparking a desperate pursuit across the windmill plain. Okay. Manus army. Sentinel's attack destroys the armored vehicle, forcing the surviving Manus soldiers to flee. In a panic, he kills his wounded teammates before making his escape. To him, Sentinel seems like an unstoppable monster. His weapons do nothing against her, and running is the only way he might survive. He makes it to the windmill plain and briefly reunites with a fellow soldier, but Sentinel catches up quickly. His companion is taken out almost immediately. With no way out, he keeps shooting, but his bullets have no effect on the gargoyle's body. Exhausted and hopeless, he falls to his knees, mutters ominous invocations under his breath, then ends it all with a final shot to his head. Yeah, that was definitely something. Let's see the dispatch. From St. Paulo Foundation, to track the movements of Manus Vindictae per the request of the captain of 12 Squad, the logistic department has dispatched a package of wartime radio parts and a paint to the front. Please perform any additional custom modifications as needed and continue your signal reception task to radio in wartime outfit. In wartime outfit. Funny. Okay, so yeah, they were making them radios for communication. Okay, yeah, they definitely, I think, was no like proper radio equipment on the battlefield outside of sending out pigeons, which were promptly being dispatched off by the enemy forces if they were spotted, from what I remember. All I did was install a special antenna, and now my reception has massively improved. It looks like the Foundation has impressive technical capability. I've learned something new again. Now then, let me test this thing out. Field news flash. Still annoyed by this gloomy weather? Try Umbra Co.'s company's latest umbrella. I still need a bit more time to calibrate, so please don't mind me. Oh, the paint job? That's to match my identity as a field radio. Once the job is done, I'll return to the war room, don't worry. Oh yeah, right, she's in the war room the entire time now. Is that the reason why she's in the war room? Because she's serving as a field radio? That's interesting. Thomas. Sounds like the armored unit from the village to the east got wiped out. Didn't think anyone could pull that off. Niall? What happened? I never heard they had that kind of firepower. The rumor is it was the Sentinel. That gargoyle snapper from the rumors? Uh-huh. Tonight, sneak into the officer's room and grab a bottle of Pinot. Get wasted and forget this ever happened. What's that supposed to mean? You don't believe me? I don't believe in ghost stories. Oh, interesting. Interesting. The rest of the battlefield is treating her as an actual ghost. They don't think she's real. That's kind of funny. Okay. Let's see. Where do we go from here? Wounds and scars. Okay. Marsha treating Sentinel, I guess. No one can make sense of why this war drags on. True. Do we have anybody in the vicinity? Is it just them? It's just them. Okay. This is also a battle stage. Yikes! Oh, holy shit, animated again. Whoa! Whoa, okay, that's Marsha, huh? Oh! Okay, that goes straight into battle! Oh, the knight? An armored knight. Once a symbol of honor, the knight now stalks rain-soaked trenches and scorched no-man's lands. Both the title and the armor are tarnished, steeped in mud and blood. What the fuck? Excuse me? Mission to protect, duty to heal, fate and ideals in conflict. Okay, we also have some spooky, creepy music. Hi?
Man,
what?
Those accursed knights.
Uh-huh? Am I to take away from this that the two of them faced off in combat at one point?
Calm yourself, Marianne. Steady your breathing. You need not panic. This will not be the end of you.
Okay, well...
My sight shall unveil the hidden. Now is the time for repentance.
Okay, she's putting up more shit.
Target locks down. This ends now.
I can do the same.
The enemies of peace shall be stamped out. Now is the time for repentance.
Okay, this is not going bad. This is not going bad. Uh-huh. Put these together.
Destin du gargouille. Le glas funèbre sonne pour toi.
Okay. One shot, one kill.
But the fight is far from over.
Oh, this gave music. Bullets and blood. I'm guessing it's the music that plays in the background during these battles. Colors in the darkness, a touch from 1,000 miles away, and a fragrance that can be savored without tasting can all be found here. Nice. Okay, hi, what's happening? Is this in your head? She can't remember how she did it. Perhaps her enemies were as exhausted as she was, or perhaps it was just the devil's luck. Struggling, fighting purely by instinct, she holds her heavily armored foe at bay. Time crawls to a standstill. Her bayonet is stopped mere centimeters from the foe's throat by 2 armored fists.
Dost thou recall when once, in our youth, we fought over an apple tree?
Lâche-moi!
Nein, du Teufel!
Okay.
Thou wished to cut its wood and make us a fire to roast a chicken. But I rebuked thee, for I believed the tree would bear fruit, and it would be the sweeter bounty of the two. Thou didst find a bush with overripened berries and hurled them at me, crying that they should serve as my supper, while the chicken would be for thee alone. And I retaliated in kind. Ere long, we were painted red with juice.
Nice juice.
What a bloody melee we fight. We laughed as we laid down our arms. What fun we had that day.
This freaking juxtaposition between the text and this childhood memory and this thing right here right now is quite something.
Non. Je ne veux pas.
But the battle thou fightest now shall not end in the gentle smears of red berries. What drives humanity to war? Could it be so different from what drove us to it beneath that apple tree? I dare not imagine how a slaughter that has claimed the lives of millions could be waged for so small a cause, that we should be brought to bloodshed driven only by the fear of those whom we were taught to despise. What immortal hand or eye could frame the cause behind these deadly ends? Thou art more courageous than I, Marie. Never hast thou doubted thy conviction. So tell me, I pray, is there some purpose in the war they now fight? For I see no divine meaning to be found in this killing and dying.
Okay. So what was this whole sequence? An actual memory? Or a dream? Because my dear, the person you killed there, if that was reality, seemed to be Marsha herself. Small caliber rounds pose no real threat to her rocky exterior, but that does little to reduce the pain. And healing comes slowly.
Agnes?
Oh, the voice that she hears is Agnes? No response, that was expected. But what she had not expected was the next voice.
Who's Agnes?
She matters not. But what brings you here?
I'm taking you somewhere safe. Paravian, that young man who came with me, is back at the village. He'll continue with our search. Before you ask, I'm doing fine. Like you, I'm made of sterner stuff.
She rotates her arm, looking as if her wounds had all but disappeared.
I checked over your wounds, but I have no earthly idea what to do with this gravel. I know how to treat flesh, not stone.
With glue! Sorry.
But that wound won't be a problem for you, will it?
No.
Her physical pain is bearable, but the lingering echoes of her nightmare cause her to grit her teeth.
Were you dreaming? Seemed like a nightmare.
She, she locks her stare forward and away. There's a field dressing for the wounds that truly pain her.
I don't know if this will help.
She removes her gloves. It's a brisk and almost tender motion, revealing deep slashes. Slashing cuts across her palms. Oh, did the two of them actually? Was that an actual memory then?
Could it be? Are you...
Oh shit!
I am. But that battle is long over. You and I are no longer enemies.
Oh shit, that was no fever dream. Oh. Oh. They actually... Wow. My dear, you almost killed her. Jesus Christ. The howls of their deadly melee still ring in her ears.
It was a senseless fight. I hurt you.
It wasn't your fault. In fact, I thank you for it. They thought I died fighting you. I used that as my opportunity to leave.
Well played.
For some time after that, I was with an international rescue team. We came under attack by the Manus for our efforts, but the Foundation intervened.
Wait, then you remember me?
Marsha nods, a gentle, graceful motion, carrying the reassurance of a doctor at her patient's bedside.
And you didn't. I was wearing a helmet. But you don't have a face one forgets.
I mean, it would be kind of hard to forget considering you were so close to each other. You were literally face to face in that moment, and she was full force trying to stab you dead. That leaves an impression, doesn't it?
Marianne.
Huh? Oh, that's your name. Marie-Anne. It's lovely.
And the Yuri begins. It begins. Oh boy. She repeats it, stressing these syllables as if to remember it.
Tell me then, what do you know about Manus Vindictae?
They are a secret organization open to only pure-blooded Arcanists. Simply put, their goal is to cause as much chaos as possible and eventually destroy all of human society.
And this Mother of Resurrection is like a god to them?
It's an actual person.
Something like that, yes. She died once, but they managed to resurrect her through some awful ritual.
A resurrected madwoman?
More like a resurrected Lovecraftian ooze. Her disdain curdles into hatred, fingers clench, like she's trying to crush something in the air.
Then she is a false prophet. An imposture of the true resurrection.
An imposter of the true... Oh. She's talking about Jesus Christ, isn't she? Considering the whole God and church and stuff, she's talking about Jesus. Marsha seizes the opportunity to move to her side.
The war between the Foundation and Manus Vindictae has lasted ages, Longer even than this war. You and the Foundation share the same goals. And the intelligence you gathered may prove crucial for us. If you would be willing to share it, we may be able to reach a truce sooner. So please, mull it over.
Sentinel bows her head, giving her rifle a rough once-over. She wipes away some of the blood and dirt that cakes the receiver, then one by one slots new rounds into its magazine.
My search into Manus Vindictae began at the turn of 1918. Their documents, personal belongings, letters. I sought and scrounged for every clue that might be found. From these, I learned of their mission, to prolong this bloodshed, supplying both sides with arms of dreadful artifice. Then, as now, I still do not understand why. I brought my evidence before the powers of my nation, but they cared not. So I spoke out against them, still hoping they might awaken to this madness. But my words went unheeded. Worse, they turned against me, hiding even the very name of Manus Vindictae from all their publications and letters. There is no longer any truth in the words they print. Only lies, meant to stir the pride of youth to deadly, pointless slaughter. Youths who were but children when the war began. That is why I have turned to this. To killing the ones who incited this war. It was the only choice I had left. Perhaps it has all been for naught. But at least I have put deeds to words. What has the Foundation done?
Oh my dear. Do you want a recap of the last several chapters and side stories? The accusation forces her into a stammering defense.
We have done more than you know, but I'm not authorized to tell you.
You expect me to offer all I know to you, yet still withhold your trust.
Well, could be remedied by you coming on board, then you can learn about the storm, and then you'll learn how long this has been going on for.
I'm sorry. No, I suppose that isn't fair of us. If there's anything we can offer in exchange to make a deal, I'll...
Will her efforts lose steam?
I'll try my best to honor it, but I can't guarantee anything.
A cold breeze cuts the stillness between them. Sentinel lets out a slow and labored breath.
I will give nothing to the Foundation. Neither freely nor for any bargain. But you, Marsha, you have my trust.
Aww. Oh, there was a smile. Marsha lights up at the patient's declaration.
Follow me.
Oh, of course.
And the Yuri is marching forth. Fuck's sake. Okay. What do we have? Discipline and regulations. Adherence to military regulations is mandatory for all soldiers, including Arcanists. Recite them. Arcane support company special regulations. Oh boy, 10 commandments. How very biblical. Number 1, respect all comrades equally regardless of classification. 2, execute orders exactly. No changes based on divination. Okay. 3, do not neglect conventional science. Bullets often outkill arcane powers. Yeah. 4, you are fully accountable for entities you summon. 5, no mental surveillance, influence, or manipulation of personnel without authorization. Makes sense. 6, no arcane modification of issued equipment without authorization. 7, conduct Conduct spirit contact only when another member present. Limit to 3 minutes. Okay. 8. Know the alternative forms of your comrades. Oh, like their... Okay, yeah, their other form, okay. 9. Report and secure approval before using large rituals or high-level incantations. And 10. Expect enemy Arcanists and other supernatural threats during operations. Okay. All of that seems reasonable. What's in here? Let's see. Note. A battle from the past, a bloody clash that 2 soldiers survived. They once fought each other for a cause neither believed in. Now all that remains is memory. Yeah. Really. Marsha. But that battle is long over. You and I are no longer enemies. Injured from the fighting, the 2 young women find a quiet spot in the forest to rest. Marsha confirms that the 2 of them had once been on opposite sides of a battle. She explains that after their fight, she stopped serving her order and eventually joined the Foundation, choosing a new path as a medic dedicated to saving lives. In response, Sentinel reveals her true name, Marianne. Confiding in Marsha. Also, both of their names are starting with an M. M&M! The red and the brown one? Okay, anyway. Confiding in Marsha, who seems different from what she has come to expect from people connected to the Foundation. Although she still has doubts about the organization itself, Sentinel makes the choice to offer Marsha her help. Okay. Dispatch from Irene. Given the chronal chaos, we hold no expectations for Xena's military capacity, but we must still assess their actual remaining forces. Our end goal is to maintain an army under the Foundation's command. To get it under review. You will always be under review. Aloha, anyone there? I'm here to deliver the report. Is someone there? No one? Really no one? Where do I hand this report in? Let me see. What does it say here? Do I deliver to the Secretary's office? Or maybe the Internal Affairs Department? Or maybe the front desk? Hey, I got it. I'll just leave it right on these steps by the door, so that way anyone coming in will see it first thing. Ha! That's that. Nothing to stress over. Mission complete. Jesus Christ. Okay. 12 squad battlefield report. Even in modern times, knights in heavy armor still march onto the battlefield, forming solid lines, holding back wave after wave of enemy assaults. With arcane skills, they support the front lines. Until the day comes when artillery fire swallows the field whole, they remain the best protection for foot soldiers. That's very interesting. Because that makes it sound pretty much like they're taking the spot for early tanks, right? Because in both World War I and in World War II, forming a soldier column behind a tank as the tank just drives slowly forward was pretty much a normal common tactic. Because the tank is essentially shielding the soldiers in the back and continuing to fire upon the enemy front lines. So I'm guessing the knights, arcane knights specifically in this case, are doing pretty much the same thing here. They're fortifying themselves, and or maybe even producing like a bubble or shield in front of them, and are pretty much serving the same role, being in the front and shielding soldiers behind and pushing the battle lines forward. That's very interesting. A very interesting depiction of military tactics with arcane abilities. Alright, where are we going? A fractured sanctuary. Okay. This is where the other gargoyles are. Who is this, though? Who is our person here in pure white, huh? Legends say those stone statues come to life at night. Yes. Office, safe zone.
An armored vehicle?
The driver was a Manus. They're not just supplying the war anymore.
There's a pause before the Hawks leader speaks through the receiver.
What do you think that means, Chris?
Both sides are gathered in the same room, listening to the reports from the front lines. Kreus lets out a soft, rueful chuckle, though he does not let it betray the seriousness of his words.
Huh. That the Manus have decided to build themselves an army.
That seems likely. In that case, we must prepare immediately for a response. Xeno's main force is still at the Eastern Front. They won't be able to reinforce us if anything happens here. The Foundation will need an army of its own. That's completely irresponsible.
A calm voice cuts through the speculation.
It will only increase the tension on this front, and it directly violates our peace policy. Manus Vindicte takes in only pure-blooded Arcanists. That doesn't make for a large recruitment pool. It won't be much of an army, really. To say nothing of the fact that they lack the organization or discipline that is needed for a true large-scale military operation. Armies need human leadership. You forgot to take Arcana into consideration, Petra. You don't know what she can do to her followers with her new power.
Yeah, I was about to say something about that as well. That Arcana is a new factor into this whole thing. And that's why they might be building up a army now instead of just doing their usual shtick. An arcane soldier. Yeah. I mean, right now they might not have the same mental fortitude as actually battle-hardened real soldiers, but give it time, let them a couple of times into battle, let them survive, and despite the fact that it's a pretty dark thought, but whoever survives will be a battle-hardened soldier afterwards.
Whatever the case, we cannot take anything for granted. The Foundation will need the strength to defend itself from future attacks by the Manus. If we act quickly, we may even get ahead of things. I'd like to see what the committee will think of this plan. I hope they'll have a better grasp of the consequences. You're not seeing the board, Petra.
The communicator struggles to transmit the two leaders' heated exchange. Kreus, on the other hand, stays quiet, professional, obedient. Before long, the mediator takes over the line.
We can't rule out the possibility of a large-scale conflict. However, the committee will maintain its peace policy until we have reliable evidence.
And if the worst happens?
Then we'll do what we must to survive, even if that means igniting a worldwide war.
Whoa. Whoa.
We have arrived.
Excuse me? Let me read that sentence one more time. Constantine? Then we'll do what we must to survive, even if that means igniting a worldwide war. Okay, Constantine, chill. Gargoyle Monastery.
I see.
Okay, was that a whale across this place? Also, this. I know this is a destroyed, Is it a normal church? Might have been a normal church. Or might have been like a small cathedral. That was completely bombed to shit. But, setting-wise, this is very Elden Ring right now. Oh my god. Wailing people in the background and everything. Ooh. The glow of arcane skills fades as they approach, revealing their hidden sanctuary. It is, or was, an abbey. Okay, it was an abbey. Appropriately gothic, with ornate stone walls rising up to meet the air, its dome long collapsed.
This monastery, it's not an arcane creation, is it?
No. It has only been enchanted with our arcane skill. Carthusian.
Carthusians, huh?
Beneath its protection, those that dwell here will go unnoticed by any who pass near.
Okay, Gargoyle Friar? The Pope of the Gargoyles? A gargoyle dressed in friar's robes walks barefoot on the grass. He looks up from his book to meet the new arrivals.
Greetings, I'm Marsha, investigator of the St. Pablo Foundation.
The friar nods, offering a smile soft and friendly, then extends a finger and presses it to his lips.
Oh, I see. Have you made a vow of silence?
Crack? What? The sound of breaking rocks draws her eyes away.
Huh?
Beneath a broken narrow window, a stone statue of a woman begins to stir, its surface softening into flesh. Her face is marked by twisted sorrow as she walks towards Sentinel with an exaggerated gait.
Marie, mon petit chou, the rest returned to us again. But oh, child, thou needs rest.
Damn, that is a very rotund looking gargoyle. She just pulls Marianne into a tight embrace and plants a series of deep kisses on her cheeks. Sentinel endures the affection with as much grit as she did the bullets. Wow.
And this is a friend?
The woman turns to Marsha, her eyes now pooling with greater sadness.
Oh, poor child.
The young comes too quick to dodge and too sturdy to resist, pulling Marsha into a breathtaking embrace. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. This smothering hospitality at last abates, and Marsha takes a deep breath of fresh air, taking in the pleasant scent of grass and wildflowers. Wasn't really that much.
Our Marie has never been tireless in her toils. 'Tis a shame that she never permits us to aid her. Am I truly too aged to be of service?
Ma'am, I don't want to be that guy, but judging by the default model they gave you, I don't think you would be as agile on the battlefield. Oh boy.
But perhaps my age has eclipsed my wisdom, for I have thus far been an unwelcoming host. Allow me to brew you some tea.
She leaves with singular purpose and surprising speed.
My aunt is a gentle soul. She came by here 1 year ago, not fearing the danger, saying she must take care of everyone left in the family.
Okay. Family member. I kinda guessed it's a family member, definitely not a mother, but okay. Her aunt?
That old lump of stone that greeted us came here to take refuge with his brother after they were injured last year.
That old lump of stone. She hangs her head with resignation.
Only a small number of my kind dwell here. Many of us remain divided by the war. Enjoy my aunt's hospitality. I shall go now to collect what you seek.
I'll be here then. Hold on.
Oh god, what now? She lets herself relax only a moment before noticing the stone-faced gargoyles that look down at her from a dozen perches. A thought crawls under her skin.
Bonjour?
Oh no. Okay. Just gonna call it here. Sentinel is just gonna look at her and be like, why are you talking to stone? She spins around in place, meeting the unblinking eyes of each statue, stopping on the figure of a young girl. The girl's hands cover her face in a mournful pose, the silent tragedy of an endless moment of loss.
This is...
Why hath my cousin brought you here?
A voice calls out behind her, rigid and almost rude. A tall, gaunt monk stands in the courtyard.
You are not one of us. You are a bringer of war in our house of peace. What does your foundation seek from our quiet holes?
Well, for now, they're seeking peace. And to stop Malus. There's accusation in the gravelly tone of his voice.
You misunderstand. The Foundation isn't bringing war. We're trying to end it.
This war is neither yours nor ours to end.
Then whose is it to end?
What are you saying?
The monk falls silent, as if debating whether his next words are worth the effort. His face contorts, becoming an exaggeration of self-righteousness.
It has come as a divine punishment for the faithless who have turned from God. Its end will come only with the extinction of civilization.
I see. Okay, he's that type. He's that church type. Oh boy.
Sounds like you want everyone, humans and Arcanists alike, to suffer and die.
You twist my words, Chevalier. I do not seek this end, this path of suffering, out of hatred for humanity. No, I do so because I pray fervently for their deliverance.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Being that much of a religious type that you don't see death and loss. Oh god.
But deliverance waits for the last edifices of this sinful world to crumble. When the faithless nations, as a fire consuming its last embers, burn themselves to ash. Soon, the artifices of modernity, their factories of war and death, will crumble, as Babel before them had, their lies of advancement and revolution dying with them. We must return to the innocence of the past, as Nineveh did, heeding the word of God.
Assez, cousin.
Yes, please shut him up. Please shut him up. My blood pressure is going up right now. The rebuke breaks his rhythm. Sentinel steps between Marsha and Ladislas, forcing her cousin to take a step away.
Tes prophéties ont empêché notre invité de prendre son thé.
Prophecies have kept our guest from her tea. Also, I will not be even surprised or shocked if this guy turns out to be on the side of Manus in this whole ordeal. Sentinel turns and hands Marsha a heavy canvas military bag.
Are you able to lift it?
No problem. I can handle it.
Ladislas watches the exchange with abject curiosity.
Marianne, n'est-elle pas issue de la Fondation que tu dis dépourvue de volonté pour mettre fin à cette guerre? Quel effort vain poursuis-tu donc à présent?
Is she not of the very foundation thou sayest lacketh the will to end this war? What fruitless endeavor dost thou now pursue?
C'est une amie, Ladislas. Je lui accorde la liberté de venir et partir ici comme elle veut.
Damn! She's my friend. I shall grant her the freedom to come and go from here she wills.
Mais elle n'est pas...
But she's not a...
C'est mon droit de le faire, n'est-ce pas?
It is my right to do this, is it not?
Oui.
He lowers his head without protest. Sentinel turns from her kin back to Marsha, who has by now taken several steps away.
You will find here all that I've collected since 1918. Most useful to you may be a list of those in each military who have made contact with the Manus. Take them from here to your foundation, and make of them what you will. I hope they will serve you better than they did me.
I will. Thank you.
Damn. That is a huge haul of info. Marsha seems more than eager to retreat. Aunt Madeline stands at the foot of a stone pillar, tea in her hand, and nods in self-reproach. The courtyard falls still. Ladislas breaks his silence with a withering glare.
Cousin, why hast thou concerned thyself with the affairs of this sinful world? We are involved now at our peril.
Even if this war was, as you believe, a divine punishment, the people have suffered enough.
Ont-ils donc souffert? Je ne vois que des cendres et nul sac de pénitence.
I see no sackcloth, only ashes. Good God, man. He motions to the weeping girl tucked in the sanctuary niche.
Hast thou learned nothing from our chère Agnes?
Oh, that's Agnes. Tucked in the sanctuary niche, okay. Okay, so she is alive, but petrified herself? For now, I guess?
Leave her out of this.
It was she who prophesied this war.
He drags up the memory with sharp intention.
And whose body turned to stone as it came to pass. Was she not the closest of us all to the ear of our Lord? Then I can see only one reason for her sacrifice. It is a warning to us.
Are they treating... Or rather, is he treating her as a holy maiden, essentially?
Tell me, if that is so, why God would choose such a warning?
Revelation and prophecy oft appear inscrutable to those that disbelieve them, until the truth is made manifest.
Ladislas's voice trembles, a practiced tension of humility and pride.
Mais je crois, et je vois clairement ce que tu ne vois pas, que notre Seigneur nous enjoint de ne ni combattre, ni mettre fin à cette guerre.
Oh boy, but I do believe and I see clearly what thou hast not, that our Lord bids us to neither fight nor end this war. Brother, you're gonna either turn out to be on the side of Manus in some shape or form, or you're gonna get smacked in the face by this war.
Car cela est venu tel un nouveau grand déluge, destiné à balayer ce monde pécheur. Agnès reviendra à nous lorsque notre innocence passée sera retrouvée et reconstruite à partir de leur ruine.
Oh boy, because it hath come as the next great deluge to sweep this sinful world away, Agnes will return to us again as our past innocence is found and rebuilt from their ruins.
Mais la foi doit être préservée, si elle doit être reconstruite. Et c'est la base encombrante aux fidèles, à nous, les gargouilles.
But the faith must be preserved if it is to be rebuilt, and these labors will be the task of the faithful of we, the gargoyles.
Je t'en prie. Écoute mes paroles, cousine. Dépose ton épée de vengeance. Ne réponds pas aux démons qui murmurent dans ton sang. Et ne souille pas davantage ton âme déjà si lourde de péché.
I pray thee heed my words, cousin. Lay down thy sword of vengeance. Do not answer to the whispering demon in thy blood, nor stain thy soul already so burned with sin. Jesus. He lets his words cling to his lips with solemn weight. His cousin, however, has never been easy to preach to. She stiffens, sorrow and purpose welling in her eyes.
Armes à feu, canon, donc, bombe. Tu te souviens comment ces machines ont détruit nos vies, n'est-ce pas? Alors, tu sais déjà.
You do remember how these devices have destroyed our lives, do you not? Then surely you already know.
Que l'innocence du passé ne repose pas simplement enfuie, prête à être reconstruite. Elle est morte et disparue.
That the innocence of the past does not simply lie buried for us to rebuild. It is dead and gone.
Si porter un fardeau de péché permet de mettre fin à cette guerre, ce prix me semble dérisoire.
If a stain on my soul is what it takes to end this war, then I shall not hesitate to stain it so. Ladislas is stunned. He fights back tears and turns to face the altar. The light from the stained glass window wreathes him like a mourner's cloak.
As-tu oublié le péril de nos ancêtres? Ou les nombreux noms que nous avons effacés de notre lignée lorsqu'ils se sont égarés du chemin de la droiture? Le son démoniaque a déjà submergé notre famille. Et je crains qu'il ne te submerge bientôt toi aussi.
Hast thou forgotten our ancestral peril, or the manifold names we have stricken from our line when they turned from the righteous path? The demon blood hath overtaken our kin before, as I fear it will overtake thee. Soon will overtake thee.
Je ne souhaite pas devoir effacer ton nom, Marianne, de notre lignée.
I do not wish to blot out thy name as well, Marianne. Interesting. That's some interesting gargoyle lore. Earlier they were also talking about the fact that at some point the gargoyles were more demon-like, more animal-like, so they're kind of like approachable and human-like now, which is interesting. I do wonder what the cause was at some point then. Okay, what do we have? Researchers. These researchers consistently exceed all expectations. Read their notes. Gargoyle Research Notebook. It was during the Merovingian, I'm not sure if that's how you say it, dynasty that the Bishop of Rouen successfully subdued the first known gargoyle. This gargoyle and his descendants then formed a unique lineage devoted to protecting churches across generations. However, in recent times, many young gargoyles have chosen to abandon this ancient tradition, leaving their dark church perches for the light and glamour of the modern world. Based on my recent observations, this generational conflict continues to cause significant distress among older gargoyles. It's worth noting that the younger generation's departure also relates to modern churches being unable to provide adequate sustenance, reflecting broader societal changes. This aspect warrants further historical analysis. Gargoyles have some unique arcane skills. First, their arcane ability allows them to petrify their own body parts, a formidable defensive mechanism during the age of close quarters combat with bayonets and spears, though considerably less effective against modern artillery bombardments. Additionally, gargoyles possess exceptional visual capabilities with particularly remarkable night vision. This trait complements their natural stealth abilities, enabling them to both detect hidden threats with ease and execute perfectly timed ambushes. I must admit, it's surprising such impressive combat abilities were historically limited to the protection of churches, though my lack of religious knowledge may explain this confusion. Your theological ignorance is indeed astounding. Mandatory religious studies await you. While I object to you reading my research notes without permission, I'll concede that compared to your piety, I'm clearly the irreligious one, just a pure biologist. Who said I'm not a pure biologist? Who are these two? Gargoyles carry a curse. While the origins of their curse remain shrouded in secrecy, people are open about its manifestations. Excessive bloodshed appears to corrupt them. This corruption takes the form of mental instability, progressing from rejection to complete abandoning their faith. Well, my pure biologist friend, your gargoyle research now necessitates the very religious study that you say you have no interest in. This notebook clearly requires a sturdier lock. Okay. Interesting. So I do wonder how the actual subjugation went down then. How they were actually forced to not be bloodthirsty beasts anymore, or demons or whatever the fuck. But very interesting background stuff. Also, sustenance? Modern churches have not provided them with enough sustenance? What do you mean by sustenance? That's another question I have right now. Okay, what's in here? Let's see. We're still on the 21st. Sentinel. Even if this war was, as you believe, a divine punishment, the people have suffered enough. After the battle, Marianne brings Marsha to the Gargoyle Monastery. Her kin welcome Marsha kindly, except for her cousin Ladislas, who reacts with fear. As tension rises, Marianne hands Marsha a key lead, proof of Manus Vindicte's collusion with military higher-ups on both sides. This evidence is the reason they came. Okay. Node. Sentinel arrives at the Gargoyle Monastery with Marsha in tow, a rare place of shelter for what few kin she has left. Okay. All is silent. The monastery hasn't seen use in ages. There's a war going on outside, and the place doesn't even have a proper roof. But sometimes the smell of warm pastries drifts out from inside, along with whispers. I couldn't hold back my curiosity, so one day I snuck in using a bit of my clumsy arcane skill. I saw a statue there of a crying girl, so lifelike, more vivid and beautiful than anything I've seen from a so-called master sculptor. That evening, when I got home, I was scolded by my father. He told me I shouldn't use arcane skills I hadn't mastered yet, and that if I wasn't careful, I could bring disaster. Interesting. What do we have on the dispatch? Marcus! From 12th Squad. We've confirmed the presence of gargoyles on the battlefield. We lack a solid detail on their taxonomy. We request that you travel to the old monastery they inhabit and use your arcane skills, arcane skills to read the area and gather more information. To Foundation Agent. Okay. Sending out a freaking book club for this one. Marcus activates arcane skills and enters the world of reading. Reality is like a book. Everything can be read if you know how. Spilled tea, crumbs from a cookie dropped on the floor, signs of life. They lived here, their eating habits no different from humans. Flakes of skin like stone, one of their traits. Is that blood? No, marks left by a prolonged kneeling. A weeping statue? So realistic. No more than that, it was once alive. Seems as though I have a long report to write. Oh yes you do, Marcus. And Foundation. During Beagle and Marsha's investigation in the abandoned village, they uncovered signs that Manus Vindictae may have access to unexpected military capabilities and could be forming their own army. Irene, representing the Hawks, agrees with this conclusion and suggests forming an army controlled by the Foundation along the Western Front. In contrast, Petra from the Doves strongly opposes the idea, arguing that such aggressive actions would be dangerously short-sighted. Constantine brings the unproductive debate to a close, stating that current protocols will remain in place until solid evidence confirms these concerns. However, the Foundation must begin preparing contingency plans in case a full-scale conflict does become a reality. Yeah, alright. Also, now that both sides are sort of... Well, one side is starting to form an actual army, which is Manus, and the Foundation is talking about forming an army. Honestly, the relationship between the stances and positions between the Foundation and Manus Vindictae right now are so heavily reminding me of the Global Defense Initiative, or GDI, and the Brotherhood of Nod from the Command & Conquer series. which fits even perfectly better in, because Nod had Cain, which was their prophet, and a weird figurehead, a very charismatic figurehead as well. I love that actor, and yeah, GDI has their own shit. Okay. This is tickling a funny bone in me right now. Anyway, where were we? 13 concessions for peace. We're back in the town. Meetings are being held. The two redheads are present. Let's see. Could any treasure on Earth possibly fill the void, or our losses have left? No. I'm sorry to tell you this, but human life is not replaceable. The bored and idle remnant of Squad 12 carries out her as yet tedious orders. Look, you're probably in the best position for now, so be glad. She stops by a window, squinting inside. broken furniture and cobwebs woven between cracks and forgotten china. A uniquely shaped counter-arcana monitoring device disrupts the decaying scene.
Clearly no one's bothered to do any cleanup then.
She opens the window and leans in, her mask blocking out the sudden puff of dust. Following her officer's instructions, she pulls out a transparent strip of cloth and places it by the device. The cloth changes color rapidly, and a line of neat letters appears on its surface.
Counter-Arcanum device operating normally. Looks like I'm not needed here either.
She climbs back out the window.
Aren't you...
Meryl?
Hi!
Marsha!
The young soldier springs up to greet her, visibly relieved.
It really is you! You're back, finally!
Okay... You know each other from before? Question mark?
Is Paravian alright?
Oh, poor guy's had a hard time of it, but at least he's still in one piece. He's lying in a sickbed as we speak. He should recover soon. It's too bad he didn't find anything too useful in the village. Well, aside from that armored vehicle.
Fortunately, Sentinel happened to be there at the same time.
So, it really was her? The one who assassinated Colonel Hirschfelder?
Yes, she'd collected a wealth of evidence concerning Manus Vindictae. I've already delivered it to Commander Kreas. As for the assassination, it turns out her actions weren't entirely unjustifiable. Let's just consider it a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? She literally killed a guy.
She's not the only one.
Marsha unconsciously rubs the old scars on her palms, feeling them itch like never before. Morel presses her lips together, creating a twisted crease in her mask.
Well, Anyway, I was just worried that something bad might have happened to you. Like what happened to...
To whom?
Yeah, to whom?
Charles and Amanda. We haven't heard from them in over 4 hours now.
Oh, okay.
They were dispatched to investigate Hill 299, correct? Has any help been sent their way?
Commander Kreas sent some men to look for them. Hopefully, we'll hear some good news soon.
Somehow, I am doubting that.
Most of the other teams have finished their investigations. A few of them are already in the safe zone, actually. Apparently, they found a lot of useful info. So, we won't have to head back out again, right?
Morel watches Marsha carefully, as if waiting for her to confirm something. Okay, I'm noticing more and more. What is with the women in this chapter? the characters specifically with like live 2D models, all having an M for a name. This is a triple M at this point.
The front's getting shelled to hell and back. I mean, chances are we'll...
Marsha pats her on the shoulder.
The evidence Sentinel provided is quite damning. Our job here will be over just as soon as we can get a hold of the team at Hill 299. Don't worry.
Don't worry, she says. Meanwhile, on Hill 299, all hell breaks loose. Copies of the evidence Marsha submitted have been spread across the table. Personal letters, marked military maps, battle plans, engineering blueprints, defaced and altered documents. Oh, there he is. That was his name, Georg. Along with them on the table are exhibits recovered by other investigators from across the front line, arranged in rough chronological order starting from 1918.
This is unbelievable.
He stares at the pile, the sheer flood of information overwhelming him.
These documents, the evidence is undeniable. Every one of those absurd conspiracy theories was true. The 1918 peace negotiations really were sabotaged by Manus Vindictae. The nations on both sides of this war have been under the deception of an invisible enemy. It is no wonder that even the victors of the 1919 offensive gained no real advantage.
Yeah, the Illuminati are real in this world, and they're called Manus.
My God, to think Manus Vindictae has been sharing war secrets with both sides to ensure neither can win this war. That they have used our commanders as tools for their massacre. It is nigh on unimaginable.
He looks up with sudden realization.
This does not simply concern one nation. These documents could topple nearly all of Europe's military leaders. With this list of Manus defectors in our hands, and if we act with haste, we may finally put every one of them behind bars.
Waiting for Georg's mood to stabilize, Chaos adds a word of advice.
Let me remind you that Laplace may be able to heal these so-called defectors. Eberhard's case proved that the Manus' mental influence can be purged.
Yes, of course. Whatever the case, we must act as soon as possible. The Chancellor and the Reichstag are prepared to strike.
Finding light in a once grim future, he starts to shake, sending ripples through the papers in his hands.
Agreed. The evidence is sufficient. There's no need to delay.
Wunderbar. Just think of the soldiers finally making their way home. This is the day we secure a century of peace for Europe.
Sounds like a line for the history books.
He has no mind to react to Kratos' parting jab. Stuffing all the documents into his briefcase, he rushes out. Straightening the remaining mass on his desk, Kratos retrieves a hidden communicator. Somehow, I have a dumb feeling that the guy with all the documents, who is so eager to expose everybody essentially who is working with Manus right now, will not make it far. That he's gonna get bombed to shit. It's been connected the entire time.
Everything's going according to plan.
Okay, so they're laying a trap. They're basically giving the guy documents and using him as bait, aren't they?
The same intelligence with the pacifist political leaders in their respective regions. All the Foundation has to do now is watch for any interference from Manus Vindictae.
Yup, they're... What was that? Yeah, they're literally using him and other people as bait. Wow.
But won't this approach cause even more turbulence?
Hey, Burton, been a while.
Timekeeper.
He had been expecting the faction leaders, making this an unexpected relief.
Oh, yes, Krios. I was just listening in.
I see. In any case, the outcome can't be worse than the war we're living through, Timekeeper. As I'm sure you learned in your history studies, this war claimed tens of millions of soldiers' lives.
Yup.
Not to mention the equally massive number of civilian casualties, whether direct or otherwise.
Yup.
We are now 2 years on from what should have been the end of this war. The death toll has already climbed much higher, and it will only continue to rise if we don't put an end to it soon. At least our efforts have won us a marginally better outcome.
I see.
In short, the war is already over. Once the pacifist political parties take power, an armistice will surely be signed in Montpellier.
This may not be the time, but I have a question to ask. Does the Foundation Committee have any contingency plans should things take a turn for the worse?
The silence in the room confirms the suspicions of the voice on the other end.
Did you notice something suspicious?
The former Vigil officer fishes out as many suspicious details from his memories as he can.
It's about Hirschfelder's assassination. Do you remember a certain detail from Marsha's report?
Uh-huh.
You think his death to be the spark of a reignited war. But even if I had stayed my hand from him, your plans would have been for naught.
Yeah, that's an interesting sentence. Kinda indicating that even if she wouldn't have done anything, he would have still died? Or nothing would have happened.
If that was so, why would the Manus risk exposing Hirschfelder? Why would they allow him to meet with the Foundation in Montpellier?
I mean, he could just also be a scapegoat or a distraction, essentially.
If Hirschfelder hadn't been killed, would the negotiations have become a fruitless tug-of-war?
Manus Vindictae would only cooperate with the Foundation on something that was sure to fail.
An intuitive guess is assembled, drawing on the experience of prior contact with Manus Vindictae.
Could it be that they're purposely diverting our attention?
My thoughts exactly, Timekeeper. That said, securing peace is our top priority at the moment.
Okay, I mean, yeah, logically speaking, the guy being a complete distraction from something else makes sense. It makes sense. Okay, back to the sandbox. What do we have now? Let's start with the top. A son. Mom, it's me. Oh, thank goodness you're back safe. Did you find any food? There's a bit left in the windmill. I guess Uncle Milo was in a hurry when he left, but it's all we got. It'll be enough to get us through a little longer. It's not gonna last. Maybe I should just grab Dad's hunting rifle and take a few shots. Then maybe they'd leave us alone. Don't say things like that. Your father said the same before he enlisted, and he never came back. Then what are we supposed to do? Pray, child. Pray for the war to end soon. Oof. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. For a second I thought when he said to take a few shots that he means to go hunting, but he meant humans. Oh, okay. Foundation. The actions carried out by 12 Squad are shaping the situation in a way that supports the Foundation's goals. The interfactional committee representative who secretly met with Kreus has started using the intelligence gathered by Marsha to challenge the military leadership. Once the pacifist political parties take power, an armistice will surely be signed in Montpellier. I always... whenever I say with the E at the end, it sounds like I'm saying pie. Whatever. The very safe zone where the assassination once took place. Yet when Kreus raises certain concerns, Burton begins to wonder whether Manus Vindictae may have been working with the Foundation during the peace talks that are doomed to fail from the beginning, possibly as a way to draw attention away from their true aims. Despite the ongoing uncertainty, the coming peace has now become the most important goal of all. Sure. Note, 12 Squad receives critical intel delivered by Marsha, immediately sharing it with the delegates. Peace at last is on the horizon, or is it not? Absolutely not. Morel. Anyway, I was just worried that something bad might have happened to you, like what happened to Blackbird Morel of 12 Squad. The guard who once escorted Ulrich to Antarctica is now tasked with maintaining security in the safe zone. When Marsha returns from her operation and reunites with Morel, the real weight of the moment lies not just in their safe reunion, but in the crucial evidence Marsha brings with her. Proof that could bring about peace. Okay. Oh, Eagle. Dispatch from Pedra. Following the recent attack, frontline soldiers captured several loitering individuals near the safe zone. Their testimonies confirmed that Manus Vindictae was involved. Please deliver this report to our representative at the safe zone. To the loyal scout. Alright. Good morning, I'm Eagle, tasked with delivering this report. It's from Foundation HQ and contains further details concerning the recent incident. Yes, I'm Scout. Currently stationed with Laplace. You want my ID? I'm sorry, I don't have it right now, but please contact Mr. X at Laplace. He can vouch for me. Oh, still the nervous type, huh? Also, we're still on the 21st, huh? Oh, now we're jumping. Holy shit, we're jumping. We're jumping from the 21st to the 9th of November. Damn, that's a huge jump. 2 pounds of sugar. Okay, I see Charon down there. Kraos here. Charon also running into someone, I don't know who that is. Okay, let's see. So long, hungry rats. What does that mean right now?
"6 years of war have deeply shaken the resolve and faith of our nation. It is clear to all that this war cannot continue any longer."
Oh, so we jumped ahead, and Garrick and the pacifists have finally started moving, huh?
Afraid of the loss of power that peace may bring to them, leaders across Europe elected to collaborate with the evil cult Manus Vindictae, sacrificing countless young lives in meaningless carnage. But carnage is precisely what Manus Vindictae desires. Unseen by all, their wicked influence has long wormed its way into the leadership of every warring nation. But worry not, the conspiracy has been thwarted. Every treasonous general has been arrested and will soon face a fair court-martial. The heroes who bled for the fatherland are finally returning home, where we will welcome them with smiles on our faces and gratitude in our hearts. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of the year 1920, this war will come to an end.
And Skyrim will release. Yikes. Starting to be very afraid right now. This will not end well. Okay, so they really worked these like past weeks to uproot all of the people who have been in the documents. Okay. Well, let's see how that works out now. Maybe that was the goal from Manus. Weeks have passed since the assassination, and the desolate streets of Monpai have sprung to life again. Delegates from the belligerent nations gather on opposite sides of the road. Soft bowler hats and ties decorate the event, mixed with occasional peaked caps and military epaulettes, though now precious few. More dignitaries demand tighter security. Each nation came with their own detail, but the operations commander insists on further reinforcements from the Foundation.
3rd routine patrol complete. No anomalies detected, sir.
No further warnings from the Arcanum detection group. Should we lower the alert level?
Maintain the current level. I need at least 2 squads on standby at the command post at all times.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's funny how Manus and their like usual attire and everything definitely seems to make them to look like there's some kind of cult and everything. But then on the other hand, these specific specific security that the Foundation has also has a very they also have a very cult-like attire, but it's more on like a holy aspect of it, right? Jesus. Anyway, clad in white, Foundation security diligently carry out their orders. On the busy town road, the commander suddenly stops. Eyes shut, he focuses, trying to sift through the din of stuffy conversation. He activates his communicator. The line sparks to life instantly.
Any response from Charles and Amanda?
Negative. They've been silent since they reached Hill 299. It's like we're calling into the abyss.
Okay, wow, they're still missing.
Chances are they got snuffed out by the Manus. Luck can't be on everyone's side.
Even so, We need to recover the bodies.
What? So they can be buried with shiny metals?
The voice on the other end bites back with a sneer.
A couple minutes walk on the battlefield and I'll find you a whole pile of that scrap metal.
Any other signs of enemy activity?
Nope. Not a single trace of the Manus scum. Maybe all this military and political turmoil messed up their plans after all.
Let's hope so. Whatever the case, we need to get to the bottom of what happened at Hill 299. We can't afford to let any potential threats slip past us.
I'm starting to feel like Hill 299 is like Manus' current headquarters or some kind of ritual site that they have up there.
Already on my way there. How about seeing a psychologist when this is all over, Kratos? Maybe they'll finally cure your Manus Vindicte paranoia.
Keep your eyes and ears open.
He ends the call. In an unnoticed corner of the street, a grim figure walks alone. Hello, Charon. Charon's work in Monpai is over, and even now, on the eve of a ceasefire, there are many corpses on the front line waiting for him. His disjointed thoughts dwell on the horse that once accompanied him.
Will Andreas ever return?
But loss has ever been his first companion. Resigned, he shuffles down the road away from Monpa.
Hey, sir! Mr. Charon!
Morel runs up to him, arriving out of breath. Why is it a goofy music?
You leaving already? Marsha told me you're heading back to the front.
She speaks the truth. And you are?
Oh, right. You don't know me. But Marsha told me loads about you. You know Marsha, don't you?
Charon struggles to remember, piecing together Marsha's appearance from his shattered memories.
Yes. The night. I remember.
Great. I'm heading to the front as well. Do you want to... or, could you please join our convoy?
You wish for me to join you?
You know the front better than anyone.
Morel digs into her pocket, fishing out half a bar of chocolate that has been carefully resealed and wrapped, and slips it into Charon's hand.
Please, Mr. Charon, come with us. We could really use your help.
My dear, I don't think you can eat that. I don't think he even has any kind of mouth. The front is still as death.
This quiet feels strange.
Halt's Maul, Rudolf. Why, damn it?
Soldiers in the trenches gaze up at the empty sky. The ceasefire has not yet been signed, but all military activity on the front line has been suspended. Yet the soldiers still man their trenches, hoping desperately to go home.
Why did Willy and Franz have to...
Erich rubs his face, his calloused fingers twisting his features with stress. 6 hours have now passed since the last time a shell exploded or a machine gun rattled. Yet the quiet has a strangeness of its own. The faint cold wind shivers the lines of barbed wire with audible tensile contractions.
So, who won in the end?
Buddy, it's a war tournament.
Does it matter?
Rudolf's head sways between a nod and a shake.
Then, should we start packing up?
Sure. You can finally take all those notebooks of yours back home. Weren't you planning to turn them into a book?
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe once I stop being a soldier, my motivation to write will stop too. What about you, Erich? What will you do?
Make bread, I think. My family runs a bakery. I can already see it. My old man cracking open his finest bottle of Spätburgunder when I arrive.
An idea crosses Erich's mind.
Speaking of which, I bet we can go and ask the boys on the other side for some food and drinks. They've got wine and soft white bread. At least, that's what P.O.V. said.
I wouldn't mind some canned peaches.
Fine. I'll get you your peaches. I guess I really am your Hauptmann, huh?
He scrunches around for a bit of scrap cloth, then ties it to his rifle, intending it to be a peace flag.
Erich, do not hurry to leave the trenches. Have patience.
Charon slinks back into the trench without a word. Erich drops his rifle for now and steps toward Charon.
Oh, Charon, you're back. Any news?
The delegations from various nations have arrived in Montpellier. The armistice will be signed in 48 hours. It is best to avoid any unnecessary danger until then.
But I'm starving, Charon. You didn't bring any food, did you?
Well, he got a chocolate just now.
I did.
Hey! The new voice catches Erich off guard.
Who are you?
The Foundation has issued food and drinks to be brought to the soldiers on the front. She is responsible for distributing them.
Yeah, more or less what he said. Right. I need a hand unloading these crates of beer. Any volunteers?
There's beer?
The Germans heard beer. They're immediately rattled. The troops all rise at once, climbing over themselves to get out from the dugouts below. In an instant, the trench is packed wall to wall.
Hey, easy there. There's plenty to go around.
Boys! You're humiliating yourselves! Get in line and I'll choose a few of you to help out.
Erich calls out a few names, then turns to Charon.
Where's Meyer Braun?
He is needed in Montpellier.
That's a shame. Yeah, he's got a backpfeife im Gesicht. But, who cares? The war's over. Forget it.
He's got a slap Murphy face. That's a sentence.
You, and you. Come here and unload the crates for the nice Foundation girl.
For the nice Foundation girl. Okay. Peace for now. The food is passed from hand to hand until it reaches every soldier. Rot and despair still hang over the trenches, but they do nothing to dampen their appetites. Rudolph cups a butter cake in his hands, desperately afraid of crumbling it. He hasn't seen such soft and bright food in a long time, oof. Then all at once he stuffs it into his mouth. Eddie hurries to his side, shoving a mug of golden lager into his hands.
Come on, Prost!
Fine.
Count me in. Prost!
Meryl, you're too young. No beer for you. The metal cups tap rhythmically, shaping into a joyful and bright tune. Oh. From far across the field, their clinking percussions is met with raucous singing voices. Oh, are they gonna be reenacting here in this story the that miracle from when did it take place? Oh yeah, on Christmas. On Christmas one year and during World War I, where both sides met like in the middle of the battlefield. I can't remember who the two sides were. I always keep forgetting who the two warring sides were during that one. But two opposing fronts essentially met in the middle during a Christmas day, and they were just drinking and singing and being merry with each other, which is so nice. But when you think about it, the next day they literally had to continue the war and shoot at each other. Fuck's sake.
What's that? Do you boys hear singing?
I hear it too, from the other side. Why are they singing?
Why not?
These are humanitarian rations. They've been given to the other side too. They're probably celebrating.
And he jumps over the top, waving his whitish flag toward the other side.
Isaiah! Come on, boys. Let's make some noise ourselves. Close to you bastards over there! You understand what I'm saying? Close!
Santé!
Okay, they really are doing the thing.
Off in Sweden!
Aww.
Off in Sweden!
To peace, to life. Oh, we're still in the middle of the chapter. This is so gonna go to shit. This is so gonna go to shit. The ceasefire celebration stretches late into the night. Charon watches the festivities crouched in a dim corner of the trench.
Hey, what are you doing holed up here alone?
Despite his best efforts, he is noticed. Charon lifts his head.
The presence of the dead is not fitting among such joy.
What are you talking about? You fit in perfectly.
You're sure about that? She waves a can of sausages and a paper-wrapped candy. Yeah, I don't think that no one actually knows that he's an awakened yet.
I mean, I know you don't exactly eat much, but you can still enjoy the taste of the stuff, right?
Can he?
I even know a guy with a fish tank for a head who eats every once in a while.
I mean, yeah.
That said, I've never actually seen him do it. Does he just pour the coffee straight into his fish tank or what?
Maybe.
The offer is heard, but refused. Such things have better use to you.
Seriously? Aren't you ever hungry?
There is always hunger within me. But food should be saved for the living. Eat well while you can. Stay alive.
Well, you're not wrong, but I wouldn't exactly put it like that. Come on, take it. Hound's always poking fun at me for eating too much anyway.
Hound?
Oh, never mind. Just take it, alright? It's not like it's easy to get a decent meal out here on the front.
No longer insisting on soliciting Charon's opinion, Morel slips the cans into his coat pocket while touching the cold plastic wrapping of the chocolates.
Oh, at least try the chocolate in your pocket. It'll melt if you leave it in there much longer anyway.
Charon doesn't resist. He nods and slowly rises to his feet.
It is time. I left.
Alright, I still have some finishing up to do here. Won't be long, just have to make sure everyone's got their supplies. Where are you heading anyway? If you wait a moment, I can come with you.
No, this must be done alone. There is a message. One that must be sent off.
Okay, what is he doing? Was he just saying, like, purpose in him being there, like, just to take care of the dead because he was dead himself? Interesting. Okay, let's see what we have in the sandbox. Oh, we have some stuff for the hill up there. Okay, let's start with oh, there's something from the 1st of November and then the 9th of November. What's the 1st of November? Oh, this is a completely different thing. What the hell is this? 1st of November, let's see. Let's go with this map. The duck! From Z. With battle still raging all over, we would request that Miss Boaniche perform a reading to see how the present situation will unfold. No matter the result, we believe that there can still be a peaceful future for this era. 2-star investigator. Okay. The first thing is... Okay, anyway, the Foundation once again returns to the astounding talents of star investigator Matilda Puaniche. But of course, a vision from the best, the most brilliant Matilda. Huh? There is nothing. No, it must be because the orbiculum's a bit cloudy. Let's try again. The eastern front is too far. I'm afraid I cannot see much of anything yet. As for the western front, something odd seems to be happening within some hilltop fortress? Perhaps Manus Vindicta will appear there. It seems someone else's arcane skills are interfering. That is all I can see for now. Oh my god, okay. I guess my guess of Manus having something up on Hill 299 is not far off. Okay, Foundation Investigators Note 2. Investigation into the news media. Montpa is to be the site of the Armistice signing, yet it was also the place where Colonel Hirschfelder was assassinated. Some safe zone. Is there really any reason to come here again? I guess sometimes all you need is a good name, a story, a symbol. Peace built up on bloodshed. Someone gave their life for this day. This place carries the people's hope for peace. I can already imagine the headlines. Either way, I won't complain about the end of the war. Guess I'd better think of a headline that's not too cliché. Good luck. Another dispatch. Oh, Flutter page again. From St. Paulo Foundation Logistics Department. After reviewing recent tasks, we've made the decision to formally hire you as our official messenger. Your first task will be to distribute mail and critical information to civilians near the front lines. Okay. A new job, how much are you paying? And exactly where am I going? To get more child trauma. People look so happy whenever they see me. They get around waiting for the messages I've been carrying, and then they smiles as they open them up. Like those people I used to wake up for work. The grown-ups at the Foundation call me a carrier pigeon. Guess they mean it funny like, but I think it suits me. You're not far off, my dear. You're not far off, especially with your floating abilities. Okay. Human army. The new armistice will be signed in just 7 days, but soldiers are still stationed at the front until the official papers are signed. Replacement troops keep arriving while kitchen teams work hard to prepare meals for those in the trenches. Medical facilities are overwhelmed. Soldiers with serious injuries that cannot be treated at the front are sent to the rear, and those who cannot be saved wait for burial teams. Although everyone looks forward to going home, the war continues until peace is officially confirmed. Okay. And up here, Manus Army. Thanks to the document Sentinel gave to Marsha, world leaders now know about Manus Vindicta and what they're trying to achieve. Refusing to be manipulated, the nations at war begin to reopen peace talks, guided by the Foundation. The end of the conflict finally seems possible, but Manus doesn't seem ready to give up so easily. Chaos believes their recent involvement in a doomed mission might be a distraction. If he is right, it means they're working on something else at the same time, something far more important. At the same time, a 12-squad recon team sent to Hill 299 has stopped responding. Manus Vindicta's secret may be hidden there. Oh yeah, whatever it is, it's right there in plain sight. Okay. What happened then on the 9th is what we just saw. Let's see, dispatch. Ah, hi, Recoleta, to Miss Recoleta. Our editorial team is once again honored to receive your submission. We must say, this new piece differs significantly from your past work, filled with sincere reflections on war and peace. We find it deeply thought-provoking. After the war ends, we hope you'll visit us to discuss future publication. Okay. Huh? I submitted something? I don't recall. Could it have been that short story I sent to Burton? I just drafted an early novel concept and wanted her feedback. Did I send it to the wrong place? How? They actually liked that draft. Well, first drafts are always the best and the worst. Please forgive me. In any case, that's not a draft fit for publication. Okay? Okay, Recoleta. Very funny and interesting. Node. Officials pour into Montpaf gathering for the planned armistice. The soldiers at the front, digging into fresh deliveries of humanitarian supplies, are already celebrating, certain that the war will soon be over. Okay, human army. With the armistice nearly signed, all fighting at the front has come to a stop. Soldiers just need to hold out a few more days in the trenches before they can start heading home. The sudden quiet across the battlefield feels almost unreal. This uneasy calm is broken when Foundation staff arrives with humanitarian rations. Soon the trenches come alive with cheers as soldiers pass around beer and sausages, raising their glasses in joyful toasts that, for a moment, push the horrors of war to the back of their minds. Now everyone waits with hope for the peace that's about to come. To peace. Auf den Frieden. Okay. Morel, please, Mr. Charon, come with us. We could really use your help. Morel spots Charon getting ready to leave the safe zone and manages to persuade him to join the supply convoy by offering half of her chocolate. Her duty at the front involves distributing humanitarian packages, including cakes, sweets, sausages, and beer, to all soldiers equally, as a symbol of the expected truce. It is clear that Morel is far more comfortable with this kind of task than with fighting, and it raises the question of whether she was ever truly cut out to be a soldier in the war. Well, maybe not in a war, but that would still say she has a place in 12 Squad. Not everyone has to be a war veteran or war hardy. 12 Squad. Acting on Chris's command, Hound Yermolai from 12 heads towards Hill 299 to look. Oh, he is now right. To look into the disappearance of fellow squad members and keep an eye out for Manus activities. Unlike the rest of the squad, Yermolai's speech is often sarcastic, revealing a noticeable lack of respect for his captain. It's always good to have a down-to-earth sarcastic guy around, right? Okay, 15 send-off. Okay, we're back at the graveyard with Charon and the Major. Oh, this is another musical track. They remembered an ancient verse with whose meaning is lost to history? With whose meaning is lost to history? That's weird phrasing. Doesn't click with my brain. Really? Too much?
Here you are, Eberhard.
How? It's good to see you, mein Freund. How's everyone holding up on the front?
They are celebrating this war's end, singing songs and drinking beer. It's peaceful.
Okay, the serene music is playing. Also, Charon is named Paul again.
Peaceful.
He repeats the words with satisfaction. Eberhard's spirit has changed significantly from the last time they met.
It's unexpected that the Foundation would allow you to move so freely.
No, my duty is done. I have no place in Montpay. No place among suits and politics.
He exhales, stretching in the crisp morning air.
That red-haired official agreed to let me go for a walk every once in a while. He said, someone will keep an eye on you. Whatever.
You probably have a sniper on you right now.
It's getting cold. But I enjoy a crisp winter morning like this. It reminds me of our days as students.
Actually, yeah, I was literally talking about the story about the winter miracle on the front lines earlier. The Christmas miracle, rather, and they're literally approaching that time of that time of year, essentially.
Remember? We had to get up before dawn. I was lazier than you. I wouldn't wake up until you rode your bicycle to my window and shouted my name.
Then the two of us would miss Latin class, just as Walter did.
Also, I'm just noticing it, but why does Why does Eberhard's like voice right now sound so crunchy? Like it's a bad recording.
Remember? We had to get up before dawn.
Yeah. It sounds like it's recorded on a shittier mic all of a sudden. What happened there?
Yeah, I don't blame him. Latin class was hell. Walter. He was a good lad.
By the way, nothing against if the person who is voicing Eberhard is recording this from his own from his own office, from his own four walls. A lot of voice actors have pretty much a recording booth in their house. but I don't know, the mic quality between Eberhard right now and Paul over there, Charon over there is night and day almost. At least I can hear it. I don't know about everybody else. Paul removes a crumpled envelope from inside his jacket.
This parcel is to be delivered to you. There's a letter within it from Herr Mühlenberger, addressed to those of us in Class 3.
Herr Mühlenberger? I was planning to visit him during my home leave, but... well, you know what happened back home. But he doesn't have a clue about what happened out here. What use is this letter? You and I are the only two class members left since the fall of Montpellier. All right, let's hear it, Paul.
Studying his breath, Paul tears it open. He unfolds the letter.
Meine lieben Schüler und ehrenwerte Soldaten. Der Krieg hat einen kritischen Punkt erreicht. Und als euer Lehrer ist es meine Pflicht, euren Mut zu stärken.
My dear students and honorable soldiers, the war has reached a critical point, and as your teacher, it is my duty to boost your morale.
Ich weiß, dass die Sicht auf den Krieg von der Front aus begrenzter sein könnte, als für uns im Vaterland. Lasst mich also klarstellen, der Sieg ist in unserer Reichweite.
I am aware that the vision of the war from the front lines may be more limited than for those of us in the fatherland. So allow me to make things clear. Victory is within our grasp.
Obwohl das Leben an der Front hart ist, denkt daran, dies ist ein Opfer für eine größere Sache. Lasst daher euer Leiden süß sein.
Jesus. Though I'm certain life on the front is tough, remember this is a sacrifice for a greater cause, therefore let your suffering be sweet. What the fuck is this letter?
Dies wird der glorreichste Moment eures Lebens sein. Und wie ich euch beigebracht habe, wird es uns vielleicht eines Tages gefallen, diese Dinge zu erinnern.
Even Charon had to stop for a second there. This will be the most glorious moment of your lives, and as I have taught you, perhaps it will please us one day to remember these things.
Gefallen? Ha! Hört ihn euch an. Er hat sogar Lucans Gedicht zitiert. Oder war es Virgil?
He's even quoted Lucan's poem, or was it Virgil?
Es ist höchstwahrscheinlich Virgil. Hat ihn unten zitiert. Ardentis fortuna iovat.
It is most likely Virgil. He has quoted him below. Fortune favors the bold.
Das Zitat über das Erinnern. Wie sagt man es nochmal auf Latein? Forsan. Haec. Und dann was?
The quote about remembering things... How do you say it in Latin again? Forsan, haec, and then what?
Das et fehlt, Eberhard. Forsan et haec, olim memenice juvebit.
And perhaps it will please us one day to remember these things.
Ja, genau das. Dieser alte Fatzke. Er hat geschummelt. Das sind nicht mal seine Worte.
That whole part he cheated. These aren't even his words.
Was für ein Dummkopf. Er weiß nicht, wovon er spricht.
What a fool. He doesn't know what he's talking about. After a bitter laugh, both are silent for a moment.
Paul, I'll never be pleased looking back on any of this. If I have children one day, how will I tell them about all this? I sent our fellow countrymen directly into the line of fire. A death trap, knowing full well that the enemy would retake the ground in mere hours. Young lives, lost one after another. And for what? Some senseless orders? I've heard enough. Put the letter away.
Paul slowly folds up the letter. Eberhard, however, snatches up the letterhead, crumbles it into a ball and throws it into the weeds beside the monument. There is no more fighting. And for the first time in a long time, the day passes without the thunder of artillery. The sunlight falls on blades of grass, tombstones, and birds in the air. Their songs finally can be heard once more.
This feeling. I've never felt it before. It's as though, for this one moment, I can... No. I have already taken control of my future. I'd forgotten how good it feels to be alive. For the first time in a very long while. My heart feels light, mein Freund. The choices I've made may be irreversible. But I've made up my mind. There is only one path for me now.
He looks to the top of the hill and starts climbing. Oh, hi.
Do you not wish to continue your studies? Your writings are surely safely stored in the school's archives.
Would you return to school, Paul?
It is unlikely. But you still may.
For what? For knowledge? A diploma? That might have mattered to the old me, but I'm no longer that boy.
Eberhard.
It's too late, mein Freund. Far too late. I need some time alone. Please, write the reply to Herr Mühlenberger for both of us.
The weather is unseasonably mild, and Eberhard begins to climb the hill like a student on a field trip. The sunshine and brisk air make the world feel new.
The war is over, Paul. The sky is so blue.
Just as it always was.
Just as it always was. Well said. Farewell, mein Freund.
Uh-oh. He waves, turns, and walks away. Paul stands and opens his notebook.
Sehr geehrter Herr Mühlenberger, Ihr Brief wurde von Ihren Schülern wohl erhalten.
Dear Mr. Mühlberger, your letter has been well received by your students.
Sie haben gemeinsam die dunkelsten und härtesten Zeiten durchgestanden. Aber nun sind der Kummer und das Leid zu Ende.
They have endured the darkest and hardest of times together, but now the sorrow and pain have reached their end.
Sie zeigten Mut und Treue, doch diese Tugenden wurden zu einer Last, viel zu schwer für ihre jungen Schultern.
They showed courage and loyalty, yet these virtues became a burden, one far too heavy for their young shoulders to bear.
Deshalb werde ich Ihnen keine leeren Worte mehr aufbürden.
Therefore, I will not pile any more empty words upon them.
Der Krieg hat diese jungen Männer in etwas ganz anderes verwandelt. Das Wissen, das Sie ihnen vermittelt haben, ist nun nutzlos. Und sie werden nie wieder ihre Lehren hören.
War has shaped these young men into something else entirely. The knowledge you imparted is of no use to them now, nor will they ever again hear your teachings.
Zu diesem Zeitpunkt muss ich Ihnen mit schwerem Herzen mitteilen, dass...
Fuck. Yup. This time I must inform you with the heaviest of hearts. Yup. Yep, saw that coming. Oh.
Alle ihre Schüler aus der Klasse 3 sind gefallen.
All of your students from Class 3 have fallen.
Mit besten Grüßen. Ein toter Mann.
With best regards, a dead man.
Dies schließt die Aufzeichnungen des Soldaten Paul Haumann.
This concludes the records of the soldier Paul Haumann. RIP! Oh, fuck. Oh, that fucking distant gunshot. Jesus Christ. That just suddenly rips. Ugh. Ooh. Yeah. Started to have the feeling that this is gonna be his fate after he regained his clarity and after Charon imparted the knowledge of fear back into him. Honestly, I was kind of thinking for a while, because of the flashback scene in which Paul dies originally, I was kind of thinking that maybe the Major was also maybe Brown was also dead already, and something to do with Paul keeping him somehow amongst the living. But okay, yikes, trauma is the only thing that stays with you after a war. Okay, what's this? Lost to history. What once represented new beginnings now only heralds an end. Listen to the past. Class 3 students, oh god. Dietrich Becker died from shelling on the 27th of April 1916. Bethke Zimmermann died from shelling on the 27th, okay, same day. Simon Miller was reported missing, crossed out, on the 11th of June 1916, then was confirmed dead. Miller's tag has been found. Friedrich Bauer died from machine gun fire on the 12th of August, same year. Finn Wagner died from infection on the 7th of November, also 1916. Elwin Neumann died of trench fever on the 8th, so a day later. Felix Zimmermann died from shelling on the 8th of December, same year. Julian Krüger died from infection after being shot on the 13th of December, same year. Ben Becker died on the 14th of December, 1916. Cause unclear. Oh, really? Okay, cause unclear for Becker, okay. Walter Schmidt died from shelling on the 12th of January 1918. Oh wow, this guy survived until 1918 then. Paul Haumann died on the 11th of March 1918, and then Eberhard Braun died on the 10th of November 1920. Literally. Oh, so Paul died 2 years ago. Wow. Okay. Alright, Sandbox. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be a depressing Sandbox. Hi. What do we have here first? Letter to the Foundation Messenger. My dearest Colin, I don't even know how to feel writing this. The front has gone quiet and the higher-ups are about to sign an armistice. The war's ending. I should be coming home to you. That's how it was supposed to be. But I haven't been able to sleep. Night after night I hear the shelling in my dreams. Oh, this will stick with you, buddy. I see men in black masks and uniforms storming our trenches, slaughtering us. I jolt awake every time and can't fall back asleep. One night, I don't know why, I ran. I'm a deserter now. I may never see you again. I'm not even sure how I'll get this to you, but however it is delivered, know that it holds all my love for you. Okay. Interesting. Node. Charon arrives at the cemetery to meet with his old comrade, commander and comrade in arms. Both of them know that this will be the last time. Before I read these, let's get the dispatch out of the way. From St. Paulo Foundation, there's a large amount of junk on the battlefield left from a recent encounter. Please head out and recover what you can. It may help us analyze the progression of the war, or at the very least assess potential soil contamination. 2 junk crossed out collection as expert. Sure. Oh, I accidentally clicked out of this. This place reminds me of life before the Foundation. Back then, the streets were filled with strangers. No one ever tried to connect. We just avoid glancing at one another and walk on. War feels a lot like that. Everyone's tense, dreading the day, worried that it might be their last. Their faces dull, anxious about tomorrow, tired and angry. But in places like this, scrap and trash become useful. No need for fancy titles. What matters is the story they tell about what happened here. Okay, Charon. Or Powell, sorry. With best regards, a dead man. Carrying Herr Milberger's letter addressed to Class 3, Powell steps towards the graves where Eberhard waits for him. They talk about the past, and for a time Powell finds memories he long thought lost. Bicycle rides on the chill of winter, shared boredom, and past notes during Latin classes, their days at school. As Powell reads out the letter, the boys cannot help but laugh at their professor's rambling phrases and all too familiar quotes attributed to long-dead men. In that moment, Eberhard lets go. Powell promises that he will write back to Herr Milberger. After their goodbyes, Eberhard leaves the graveyard. The reply will not come easily. Its words, together with a single gunshot, will write the final chapter for their story, and for the people who lived it. Woof! Woof! Major Braun. Just as it always was. Huh. Well said. Farewell, my friend. Eberhard is calm, as if the madness that once consumed him has vanished completely. There among the gravestones, he and Powell start to recall old times, the old memories flooding back as they talk about the town they grew up in, their lessons, and the teacher who had taught them both. When their conversation reaches the topic of that teacher, Eberhard gives Powell the letter he has been holding. It was written by the head teacher for all of their graduating class. The two of them are the only ones left to read it. The quiet of this place does nothing to bring Eberhard peace. Each name etched in stone around them marks the sinking depths of this guilt. He asks Powell to write a reply to their old teacher, then tells him that he needs some time alone. And so he walks away from the war and says goodbye to his friend, returning only to fill an empty grave. Returning only to fill an empty grave. Oh, that's a sentence. Oh. Okay, what's the next stage? Over back with the gargoyles. Okay, but I think this is gonna be enough for today. I think this is gonna be enough for today. Oh, God. Yeah, this is a heavy chapter. Again, this chapter is really well written in its entirety so far, from the depictions and horrors of war to how people who have been steeped in it handle it, essentially. Yikes. But yeah, we're not done yet. We just barely passed like probably 2/3 of it, so how the shit is gonna how the hell is the shit show gonna end? Because everybody's celebrating peace, but Manus is still there, and some crazy shit is happening on Hill 299, and that scares me. What are they doing there? But anyway, okay. However, not to end this on a drawer note, even though I feel like it will feel completely tone deaf after this chapter, or after this this whole ordeal. How about we watch that opening for that animated series that they are making? It's gonna feel so weird to watch it right now. Oh god. Oh man, this really will feel weird watching after after the grim depictions of war and everything. Okay, so the title of the video says 1999 Arcane Incident Department Opening. Laplace Cake? Quake? Okay. Uh-huh. When is this coming out? Animation available on August 2nd. Okay, so yeah, this is very soon. Right. Actually, I wonder, is this gonna be like a single episode then? If they're saying it's coming out on the 2nd, or is this gonna be like a mini-series? Because I was kind of thinking that this is a mini-series. Anyway, let's watch this opening. It's literally 50 seconds long, so here goes. Okay. Uh-huh. Bean. Nah. What the fuck am I watching? What the fuck? What the fuck? These are so amazing frames. What the hell? Excuse me, Voyager? The angel? Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's a that is an amazing picture. It feels like it's a mini series, but I'm not sure. Hold on. I want to go back. What is? Yes, that's fitting for you. Actually, is that? Oh, I thought that's X, but or is it X? Or is it? I honestly can't tell because of the shading and the style right now. Is it X or is it Medicine Pocket? It's X, right? It's X because it's computers. Okay, you're celebrating. Uh-huh. What is? I didn't even spot this. What the shit is happening here? Wait. Please, Verton. Verton putting on the. What is this? What is happening here? Marcos is shocked. Sonetto is just mesmerized. Voyager is vibing. She's vibing. What the fuck? What is this bullshit? Why does he have a heart? Oh, they're looking at... Whoa, that's a frame to stop on. Uh-huh. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know, this... Considering how very... Okay. Verton, out of everybody, Verton behaving like a bad guy or having... What the hell is... I just noticed the small models down below. What the fuck? Oh my god. Voyager, the black hole? Black hole? No. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is gonna be a show. This is definitely gonna be a show. This is fucking... This is the scariest part about this whole trailer. Verton dancing. Okay, this is gonna be a fun watch. This is gonna be a fun watch. This is the money shot. Go back. Can I go back? Can I not go back when I'm... fuck's sake. Oh wait, I was hitting the wrong key. I'm too used to editing. I'm too used to editing shortcuts. This is the money shot. The aliens laying waste to Earth. Please, no? What is with the nerf gas? This is gonna be a fun show. But yeah, I don't know. This could either be... I don't know what they said. Is this gonna be an actual show? Like I said at the beginning, like a 5 minutes per episode thing, or is this gonna be like a single long episode with just hijinks? But anyway, now that would definitely be it for today's part 10. All right. That fun stuff was a tiny little palate cleanser for the end. Jesus Christ. But anyway, I think next time then we're gonna be finishing off this chapter, and then after that I can jump straight into the collab story. I was already told that the collab story is just probably slightly longer than the Enigma story, so I'm probably, when we get to the collab, just gonna do a single episode on it. And wrap up everything in a single thing, but we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, for now we continue with war, and we're gonna see how this war develops in the next part, when probably, more than likely, Manus is gonna finally rear its ugly head out of their little hidey hole on Hill 299. Good God. Whatever eldritch monstrosity they are breeding in there, it's probably not gonna be pretty. But yeah, anyway, this will be it for this part, so thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did so, please consider leaving a like. It would help out a lot. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you want to support more directly, memberships are open on the channel. Like I always say, no video will be behind a membership. It's purely there for support, so thank you all. Thank you very much to all the members already doing so. Much appreciated. And I hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.